The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
We here at Trick or Treat Radio would like to congratulate our number one literary homeboys, the Cromcast, for winning the 2017 Robert E. Howard Foundation Awards. They won the Black Lotus Award, if I'm remembering that correctly, because I surely can't read. The Black Lotus Award, which is outstanding multimedia presentation. So, fuck yeah, dudes. As a fan and a friend, I'm super proud, and that's fucking amazing. That would be like, I don't know, Sam Haim coming and giving us the Trick or Treat Award. So, fuck yeah, guys. Congratulations. Bravo. And welcome to this fucking show, Trick or Treat Radio.
Welcome all you little zombies. You're listening to Trick or Treat Radio, starring the Deadites.
Welcome to episode 255 of Trick or Treat Radio. Trick or Treat Radio is a phantasmagorical spin kick straight through the heart of pop culture, navigated by the Deadites. The Deadites are the world's greatest electroshock band. We destroy monsters, we drink booze, we win championship belts, and apparently we also celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, MZ.
Thank you.
Please let it be known that the Robert E. Howard Foundation Awards were the only thing that bumped my my very nice intro about two of my brothers having a birthday today. So
Well, it's
Happy
perfectly
birthday.
all right, and it's totally acceptable.
Yeah, those guys are better than us
Yeah.
anyway.
yeah,
so.
for
Well, who
fucking
isn't?
sure. Yeah.
So first, before I touch on the Cromcast,
Whoa.
Touch on, hey.
oh, I've touched
Josh
on the
is
Cromcast
handsome,
already.
but
Yeah.
don't,
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much. Huh?
Happy birthday to MZ. It is.
Thank you.
While we're
Wow.
recording this live, it is officially his birthday.
It is.
You don't
It
look
is.
a day over 70.
Thank you. And you don't look a day over 100.
Well,
To be fair, you do not look your age.
no.
No.
You didn't you look at least 10 to 15 years younger than your age.
Well, I attribute that to clean living. You know, eating as many hot dogs as I possibly
no
can.
shit.
I ate at
And
Bradish.
soda.
I ate at Bradish's
Yeah, did
twice
you celebrate
this week.
at Bradish's today?
Not yet. I will be this weekend.
I ate at Bradish's twice this week. I felt like you.
Dynamo.
Yeah. It's bad times.
Dynamo. How many times do you end up in the hospital?
I don't know, but I do not feel good. That's for sure. That's twice too many.
Yeah.
Well, one day I went because I'm like, I'm just gonna get this fucking out of the way, like clean out. You know, it's like a cleanse. Wipe my whole fucking system out, right?
Oh, it'll wipe you out.
Yeah, because you literally shit out
You'll
like
shit grease for
like
a week.
like shit you do, like if you have an organ, like that's where my appendix went. I shit it out after Bradish. But yeah, and then the next day we were all meeting for dinner before games, as we do sometime, and there was something happened, and the only close place was like Bradish's. So I was like, all right, I'll do it again. But like I definitely, upon the last swallow of that last hot dog, like I felt like I had fucking pushed my luck.
There was one time we went there. I probably actually told this story on here, but I got onion strings from there, and no word of hyperbole. There was a quarter inch of grease at the bottom of the container.
Well, you know how they cook them, right?
No, I know how they cook
It's like
them.
pulling a fucking lobster out of the ocean and be like, this thing's fucking wet. That's how it is. They cook it in grease. That's why it's good.
No, I know, but they typically don't give you the grease as well.
Yeah.
Like a
dipping
pool of it.
like a dipping
yeah,
sauce.
it's not like a dipping sauce. Yeah.
I would love
Could I have a side of onion strings with that grease,
I would
please?
love Bradish's unconditionally if they had like a smoking style warning on the side of their fucking stand. If I knew when I got some sort of fucking weird conjective heart failure that it's because of Bradish's, officially I'd be okay with it.
Nah, I went there last week, and was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. And
You shit out a new kitten.
Oh man, I did. 3-foot-long chili dogs, and you get a new kitten.
Wait, did you say 3 foot?
long?
3 1-foot-long chili dogs.
Well, that is 3 feet.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like I had a 3-foot long hot dog. No,
No,
You
well,
should.
you
I'd eat
at
it.
least then you would have only had one bread.
Yeah, true, true. But I mean,
I'm
yeah,
no
I mean,
mathematician.
I love radishes. What am I gonna say?
I've never been
you know?
there yet.
You haven't?
I've never been.
Wait, you've never been to Bradish's
No,
ever
no.
at all?
No.
Radishes probably cure you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're good.
it might put some weight on
Be
you.
like the fountain of youth.
I'm going there.
Utes.
You've never been to Bradish's
Never been to
all this
Bradish's.
time that you've hung out with us, and
We never went. We went to. Am I on? We went to the pizza joint, the Swirls and Scoops.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
never been to Bradish's.
oh man, you are missing.
I
out.
have hit swirls.
Raven Shadow, you're not missing out.
There was a
Shut
day.
up.
No, you are.
You
There was
will
a day I went to like this week. Like I know I was supposed to be on a diet, so I didn't look fat for my friends. But instead, I went to twice last week. I went to Swirls and Scoops 2 times in one day.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Nice.
In the chat room, we got a bunch of people hanging out. We have Julie Meow Meows. What's up, Julie?
Hey.
We have Jesse G.
There you go.
There's my
We
dude.
got Evil Corny.
Yeah.
We got Bosch.
Yeah, Bush.
Bosch says clean living equals just eating takeout, so you don't have to do dishes.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's why I got a pizza last night there.
Son of a bitch is right.
We got Cecil Hands, and we got fucking Dry Jack and Mark.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
missed that
him.
fucking
I miss
dude.
you, Mark. So it's we got some awesome folks hanging out. Cecil says congrats, Cromcast, and
Yeah,
happy
right.
birthday,
Yeah.
guys.
That's fucking great. Both.
Dry Jack and Mark says hey guys. Bosch says happy birthday, guys. Jesse G, happy birthday, dudes.
Wolfie.
You.
Yes.
I really can't wait anymore. I'm very sorry.
One more thing.
No, I'm telling you, I'm
Jesse
gonna
G
die.
says, dude, Bradish's onion rings are bomb.
Yeah, they are. They're bomb.
Oh.
Bet your ass.
I would never normally cut off one of my illegitimate sons like Jesse G, but something happened to me in front of a screen this week in the dark
Whoa.
that really moved me. I was moved to tears.
Okay.
I feel like I didn't just experience entertainment. I feel like I experienced the beginning of a movement. I feel like I
Well,
experienced
you were on the
beginning-
toilet when you were watching
Yeah.
your.
the beginning of something like very important. I really feel like I feel very, very proud. And that is because I watched perhaps the greatest professional wrestler of all time, Okada, perform as part of Dominion. And it was
and you
fucking
didn't And
incredible.
you watch it 6 months later.
Yeah, and I almost cried. I felt very proud to be a man. It was quite
But
a
you're not
fucking
a Japanese
accomplishment.
man.
Okada. Well, does B&B Hulk know about this? About this change of
Well, B&B
affection?
Hulk might be way more handsome than Okada, but I don't know that anybody can he's a strange combination of like Ric Flair and like I can't even think of somebody like a Barry Windham, like somebody super athletic and like he's got an air of cockiness to him, but he like is a very sympathetic babyface, and he worked with best wrestler in the world, Kenny Omega, and it is. I won't say anything else about it other than that it was the best professional wrestling match I've ever seen.
Oh, so you did like it better than the Wrestle Kingdom?
Yes,
Okay.
it was I could tell
Did
you
you
exactly
think
when
they
I
were
turned the
gonna-
corner.
Did you think that was going to happen?
No, that wasn't my prediction that I made that I was right, and everybody called bullshit. Now everybody's saying we knew all along, but I knew that fucking Super Junior shit even before I saw it. So, but yeah, it was fucking better than Michael's Undertaker, better than Corny,
Better Dan.
better than any of the Flair Steamboat trilogy.
So this is the best match you've ever seen. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and
Now, is the glow still there? That maybe in a couple weeks or a couple months you might think differently, or is this absolutely?
I'll
the
tell
best?
you why it works for me. It almost was disqualified for the lack
I know.
of some wonky selling.
Yep.
But the fact that I can't think of another match that good, right? Okay, without the inherent like rematch factor, right? You know, because you can look at Steamboat Flair or Michaels Undertaker, right? That not only was phenomenal, but from a booking point of view, laid a ton of shit out going forward. Good, bad, and indifferent, some of it, but it laid a ton of shit out going forward. And I think that that's like something that
What
is
about
underrated.
what about Titanic versus CC James?
I don't even know who CC James is.
Does anyone remember that match in this
Yeah,
room?
I thought that was New Bomb Turkey fought.
They were tag team partners.
Yeah.
They were the tag team of Balls and Steel
Yeah.
because the whole gimmick was you can't
Man,
beat
I
Balls
remember.
of
I
Steel.
remember Titanic.
He was
Holy
a big
shit.
boy.
Yeah,
like
big
four-
is not the word
like
for
400 pounds. I think.
I remember going
Yeah.
to the Blarney Stone with him and being like last call, him trying to navigate through just packed college kids, just sweating like a ton of bricks and drinking a lot.
That's
I'm
hot.
sure it's really flattering to have
Tons
you tell
of bricks
that story.
don't smell. Don't sweat. By the way.
Well, these are some fucking magic bricks.
That's a bad magical property of what they smell.
Yeah, really.
You want your room to breathe.
He didn't roll a natural D20.
But yeah.
See what I did there?
So Montezero, you may like that match very much. Michael Raven Shadow. It's not. He'll hate it.
I'd love to check it out.
Yeah. He won't. It's about.
Don't give me a time frame on it,
No.
because otherwise I'll start
Yeah.
anticipating when.
Well,
when
it's
it
more
ends.
than 5 minutes long, so it's on his
Okay.
professional wrestling match. Like, but
So it's like twice as long as a WWE match during
Yeah.
Raw.
Was
the
there a
match.
bronc-
The match probably went as long as Raven Shadow spent in the ring total in his career.
Former world champ.
Wow.
in that card, and it's tough because like there's a I've been concrete on what my favorite wrestling cards are, but both of those shows have a match I don't care for. Even the pre-match on this, which was the kids from the school and one guy, was fucking good. This match is the lowest thing on this card. I think is a strong 3 out of 6 stars. That's the lowest thing, and I think just about everything breaks.
I think
3
I have
stars.
some maybe 2 3/4.
What?
I didn't keep. I just wanted to enjoy it. I didn't like take notes or anything like that, or even do star ratings. But there were some that were just okay. But for the most part, it was a great card. The Bucks fought Roppongi Vice.
Oh, Roppongi.
That match was great.
Roppongi.
And
Very
it was
different
good,
too
yeah.
for
Yeah.
both those teams. A very different match. I feel that will shut some of their critics.
Maybe I don't know if it'll be if it won't be relevant any longer then. But maybe when we do the next Wednesday Night Wars, maybe we could talk about Dominion.
Yeah, I'd love that. The last 3 of the last 4 matches on that show were fucking mind blowing.
Almost makes you want to move to Japan, doesn't it?
I don't know. I was reading about.
No,
it.
we're just gonna go to Long Beach,
Long Beach
California
and
to see it.
yeah.
Oh, well, what the hell?
Yeah. The though Guido's picked my pocket. We'll talk about that another time. But yeah, so it was fucking, all jokes aside, and all sweeps at the very bombastic love for Wonder Woman, which I haven't seen yet. I felt similar to how those people I guess felt like that. Like made me very proud to be a professional wrestling fan.
Drive Jack and Mark says, "Happy birthday to the guy who looks like he's never seen the sun in his life."
Thank you.
It could be either one of you, either. To be honest, Wolfie would be the most handsome warlock, but
But then Drive Jack and Mark says, "Also, it's your birthday today here too, Wolfie. So happy birthday to you too." So
What the hell?
Dynamo was hit
What
by a
rattled
dart.
your cage?
Mars almost lost his Dr. Pepper.
But
Is
why?
that a Wonder Woman Dr. Pepper?
But why did he almost lose it? What was said that was so funny that made you do that?
it's not that. I forgot that I have something for you guys, and I would have gone the whole show if he hadn't said that.
So,
Yeah, so you're gonna be what, 41?
Mhm.
And I'm 46 now.
wow.
Jesus.
Well, before
Oh, and a chocolate fudge cake.
is there peanuts in there?
If it is, this birthday's my last.
Before I forget, I just
Birthday
wanted.
cake cookies.
Oh my God! Before I forget, I wanted to talk about the Chromecast. So yeah, I did want to extend my congratulations as well because, obviously they talk about Robert E. Howard, and I don't know how much competition they have, but it doesn't fucking matter because they are one of the best podcasts, period. And they're so fun. They have such great rapport, and they're great guys, and they're super knowledgeable. So
Yeah.
And just wanted to give a big shout out and congratulations to those guys. And also, it was our honor for myself and Dynamo to appear on Season 5, Episode 10 of the Cromcast. And Dynamo and I were on. We kind of talked about Trick or Treat Radio, talked about the Deadites, and then we did one thing, which is kind of like, it's sort of similar to the double tap, except it's one thing, Raven Shadow. You get that? It's in half.
Oh, it's
half of a double tap.
That's
It's a
easier.
single tap.
It's one shot.
So they do one thing, and then we did that, and then we had a discussion about a movie from 1949 called The Setup, a boxing film. So we talked about boxing, we talked about wrestling. Of course, we worked that in there. Talked about competition, and we just had a good time with those guys. So
Yeah.
if you guys get an opportunity, go check out the Cromcast if you want to hear Dynamo and myself sound, maybe a little bit smarter than we do here, because those guys may bring up the,
I don't know about that. I feel like we sounded dumber.
well, than on this show.
I guess. This, sometimes like having a eloquent dance partner won't do you any favors.
That's true.
Like I feel like El Goro makes me look like a dummy every time I'm across the mic from him.
So, yeah, it was awesome. So go seek that out if you guys want to go ahead and check us out on the Cromcast and listen to all their episodes, because those guys are awesome. And well-deserved for them for getting that award. And it's not your standard, 10 best podcasts or something like that. It's just like all of Robert E. Howard work. So it's articles, it's shorts, it's films, it's whatever. And they were included in that for the multimedia portion. So it's awesome. So congrats to those guys. And
That's great.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
And all right, so let's get into things here.
Are we going to be nominated for the Curly Q Howard Award?
You got to talk about them a little bit more.
I guess so.
So tonight, on tonight's show, we are going to review a film called Let Me Make You a Martyr, starring Marilyn Manson. Well, not really starring, but featuring Marilyn Manson. And we're going to be discussing that. We got a bunch of voicemails. We got a couple longish ones, so I want to try to get to those a little bit sooner than usual. And we got a few others that are just kind of trickling in. If you guys do want to send in a voicemail if you're listening to the live show, you got a little bit of time left, but if you could get it in soon, that would be appreciated, so I can plan out the last segment there with the feedback.
I just sent you one. What do you think of that?
Well, you texted it to me.
No, I sent it to you in the mail too.
Oh, okay.
I send because I send
Oh,
things
okay,
from
got
the same thing.
Yeah.
Usually, like the notes will come to you twice and stuff like that.
Cool. So I got that. So yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. We're going to talk about Let Me Make You a Martyr. I think we're still trying to decide what we're doing next week. Maybe we'll talk about it during the break. I think we know, and I guess I'll take this opportunity to just go ahead and fucking introduce everyone earlier than usual.
Oh.
I am Johnny Wolfenson, the pencil pusher and producer of media for Trick or Treat Radio, the Deadites, and the Grand Guignol Network. We also have the immortal gunslinger, singer, and lyricist for the Deadites, Dynamo Mars.
Happy birthday to you assholes. Happy birthday to you assholes. I hope you don't get no hassles. You fucking assholes.
Wow.
You like
Thank
that?
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
it's-
Yeah.
You really worked hard on that. That was really good.
Can move on some tassels. Bring the
Yeah, thank
tassels
you.
into it.
Yeah.
You should get like an
Hope
acapella
you don't
group.
shit tassels. You assholes.
You should get like an acapella group going on and singing that. Oh yeah.
Will you be my
Oh,
Yeah.
Will you be my bass singer?
Sure, why not?
Zero sing bass. Raven Shadow sing tenor. Yeah.
Is tenor the high one?
No. It's soprano.
I also
You do like the Sopranos.
I do. Forget about me.
you know what else he likes is
Oh, we
fucking
have.
Sons of Anarchy.
That's right.
As I heard from listening to the most recent Cabal Corner.
That's right.
Dude fucking loves it.
My triumphant appearance. Listen, there was no script. They called me up, and I'd been drinking a little bit. And
No shit.
Yeah, of course you were. The show was taped at like 11:30 on a Sunday morning.
And J Matt called me up. He's like, "You want to be on the show?" I said, "Sure." And we just kind of went with it.
J-Matt?
Because you know he's half in the bag by at least 9:30.
What the hell's a J-Matt?
He's having the bag at fucking 9:30 a.m.
That's right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Jeremy McFarland.
That's a bad nickname.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
What you call
J-Matt.
him?
J Mac.
Well, maybe he
Don't
likes
call.
it.
Don't call him that again.
J-Matt sounds like the the anime magazine that nobody read in 1996. Like,
Oh,
you're
that'd be-
Shonen Jump? No, I read J-Mag.
That'd be
Or
J-Mag.
it sounds like something from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, it's true.
And don't bring that shit up.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Shooky.
You fucking very fucking. Weren't you on vacation?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was vacation.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where's fucking Alexander?
Hold on. Let me finish. I'll introduce MZ, and then he can go ahead and talk about his vacation.
Oh, good.
We have the vulgar guru of horror, star of Blood Pigs and Fetus, one-time contributor for Horrorhound magazine, and because it's his fucking birthday, the architect of disrespect, Monster Zero.
Well, thank you, Johnny, and I'm glad to be back. And Maine was a lot of fun. I mean, the weather kind of sucked a couple of days, but overall it was a good time. Had a great view of the sea from where we were staying at, and got ourselves another kitten. So, who's a real...
In Maine?
She's a real cutie. Yep.
You're not supposed to bring animals over state lines. That's like a federal offense.
It's what is it? Coors beer, for Christ's sake. It's not. It's like the 1970s anymore.
No, because what if animals have like weird ticks or other things on them? That's
Don't
like a
bring
real
fucking
law.
ticks here.
Yeah, we got enough as it is.
No, she's.
I had a fucking harrowing experience. That's why I was so late getting the fucking tick off of Ozzy.
Oh, I
Today?
thought you had
Oh
one
yeah.
on your
Ozzy
dick.
had a tick.
Well, just crawling on him. It didn't bite.
Yeah, but once you get one, man.
Well, when you take a dog out for a walk 2 times a day, they're going to get some fucking ticks.
Yeah,
You
it
gotta-
happens.
You gotta check them. You gotta
Yeah,
check them.
yeah.
I spent fucking $200 to get my long treated. Fucking sucked.
I have stuff come in for $20.
No, I should have called you first.
I had a similar experience. I bought the $35 version of something that I could have got for $5 today. So
Well, I knew they
I
did
should
it.
have called Johnny first.
I knew they did it because I came home and there was a bill and a yellow sign on my yard. So I'm sure they sprayed stuff. Well, I was
sure?
at work.
I sprayed tons of shit on that lawn in my youth.
Skeet, 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 skeet.
That's why there's so many grubs. Those tiny worms.
The tiny whites, you mean?
Tiny whites.
But it was a good time, And,
Was it good to get away?
Yeah, very good to get away. Needed to get away.
You good? Glad to be back.
Not really.
Well, sometimes you gotta go where everybody knows your name.
Raven, do you like electronic music?
Not really.
Well, we missed you, MZ. Not too much.
No, we didn't.
I didn't think so.
Alexander was
We had
prepared,
We had Immortal Alexander in your seat.
concise.
Very smart.
Did voice exercises?
Yeah, he said, arrivederci, douchebag, better than you do.
Yeah.
How do you say it, Raid Shadow?
How do I say it?
Yeah, no.
Arrivederci, douchebag.
Yeah, there you go.
Arrivederci, douchebag.
That's good. That's good.
We did get actually
little
this
Italian in you.
is this is relevant right now. We got an email from one of our old friends, Mike Baronis.
Oh.
All it says is back ... and it has a picture of this.
Oh! Is that Giovanni Lombardi Radici?
Yes, let me. I guess I'll show everyone in the. I don't know if it's going to make sense to everyone in the on the live feed, but why not?
Happy birthday, Richie. Blow this out.
This is
You ass.
it's a picture of Giovanni Lombardo Radici's eyes.
That's your fucking next
And,
tattoo,
and,
right there.
and that's obviously an old pic because he's aged quite.
Whoa!
So have you, mother-
No,
Yeah,
no. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But I mean that's an old picture of him. I just know that.
Oops.
He'll
Got
still
rid of it.
pound you like Rocky pounded that side of beef. don't make fun of old people.
What do you think? You need some Italian in you, MZ?
No.
Ooh, yeah. Brajol.
Brajol.
Why don't you? I'm just throwing this out.
Well,
Why
I
are we
don't-
gonna talk about this again?
Because it really bothers me.
It really bothers me too that
If-
you won't let it go.
If somebody who I admired that much wanted to fuck me, I would fuck them.
Speaking of Mars,
I'd probably fuck somebody I didn't even like that much.
there was a gift left for you. Do you see that over there? Not that envelope. Is there something underneath it?
Yeah.
When you read that?
Hold on a second.
Okay. There was a gift left for Mars on his side of the table. So who else we have here? Let's see. Drive Jack and Mark says, "What's wrong with being half in the bag at 9:30?"
Thank you.
Because 9:30 over here is like 8:30 over there.
Oh, shit. We also have Dane Undoes with us.
Hey, Dane.
What's up, Dane?
Author
Yeah.
Dane from Down
I'm
Under.
sorry.
Yeah.
Is there a name for when you publish a book? Like, do you get like
Published author.
published author Dane? Yeah. Everyone go check out, speaking of which, go check out Dane's book, which is available on Kindle.
Yeah, it's my first Kindle purchase.
Curtains in the Corner. Am I getting that right? I feel like such a dick if I don't. you guys all bought it. You don't know.
Yeah, behind the curtain in the
I
corner.
didn't.
With artwork by Jeremy Slagoth.
Yeah.
I'm having a little bit of a problem here.
What?
Oh, you're asking me if that's what it's called?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to leave you out to dry on purpose.
Because you don't know.
That's Curtains in the Corner. It's right here on my Kindle.
Okay, I got
It's
it
the
right.
only
I got
thing.
it right.
It's the only thing on my Kindle. As soon as I turn on my tablet, that's what happens.
Yeah.
The
Curtains
curtain
in the corner.
It's the curtain in the corner.
I really
corner.
enjoy that art drawing too.
Yeah, so if you guys get an opportunity, go check out The Curtain in the Corner
And
by
The Silver
published
Spoon.
author Dane Riley.
Yes. And the Silver Spoon.
He's our bud, and as mentioned, Slagoth did the art for it, so it's a Titanic team up.
Yep.
So everyone go check that out if you like to read.
Yeah, I can't wait to dig into that. The only problem is I've been reading the same book for about 7 months. So
The fucking ice one.
no, I finished that finally. Now I've been reading. I always read a really long nonfiction book and audio book and like a fiction book at the same time. So I finished all of them, and now I'm reading a book about the history of the NWA.
Nice.
I'm reading
Straight out of Compton?
no,
No.
the real NWA, and I'm reading the Eighth Fletch novel, and I'm reading the audio book. I'm listening to the New Dresden book. So, but maybe I'll add a Kindle book to that rotation there too, and then I'll never finish any books.
You see that Straight Out of Compton yet?
I haven't. Is it good?
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm going to check it out.
All right, what?
Was one fucking more, Joe.
Yeah, no, I
One
know.
fucking
Mars
guy.
was going to do
All
something. I
right.
just wanted him to read.
It's a wonderful. I've been lent a copy of Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone, which is kind of the Eiffel Tower I want to be part of. Their film La La Land.
Yep.
And it's got a nice note on it from my dear friend, compatriot, and colleague, Agent Nicole
Wow.
of the Throwdown Thursday podcast. And it says, enjoy this. Watch it with your special lady friend and with your Ryan Gosling candle, which I do have. And do not jizz on my copy. I'm serious, no jizzing, Agent Nicole.
I like that she capitalized every word in "do not jizz on my copy" and underlined it.
Well, what's funny about that, if she
Well-
hadn't put the serious, I would have thought that was a suggestion. I do like.
Oh, you don't want me to jizz on your copy?
I really
Wink, wink.
like. I don't know. Like, I think I like Emma Stone.
More than Ryan Gosling?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I think I like. Well, I was gonna say more than Scarlett Johansson, but I'm not sure. Because sometimes Scarlett Johansson has her real color hair, and I don't like that as much. So
What's a real color?
I don't care what color
kinda
hair
blonde.
she's got.
I don't like blondes,
Blondes.
but I do love Emma Stone. I like blonde boys.
There you go. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling,
How handsome he is! Pure magic.
pure movie magic. A cum-drenched musical masterpiece.
That's not what it
says Dynamo Mars of Trick or Treat Radio.
Check the ceiling. 5 stars.
Don't turn on the black light.
I give it 4 socks stuck.
An instant Jackson Pollock masterpiece.
I gave it 2 air sharkies up.
I had to do laundry.
Some of this imagery is hard to swallow.
Oh.
Look at her fucking eyes. Look at those two. Those are the 4 best looking eyes in Hollywood. Right
The
there.
Old Faithful Award.
The eyes have it. Look at them.
Emma Stone is gorgeous.
Can anyone blame
She's-
me? They're so beautiful.
No. Emma Stone's got a look
Look
about
at
her.
him!
I'm not
My
looking at him.
God!
Emma Stone's got a look about her that's very classic.
And she's fucking
I
holding
love
up
it.
because if he was looking at me like that or she was looking at me like him, I would just fucking turn into like fucking Jello the Jello man.
Jello the Jello
Turn
Man.
into Jello B. Arthur. That's my mod nage à trois. Look at he's dancing.
I mean, you could. I mean, when you're done with him, you could probably scrape it, your dried wad shots out of his goatee. Or his
He didn't
5
have a
o'clock,
goatee.
or his 5 o'clock shadow, rather.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's polite.
You gotta ask first.
He and I would just it's polite.
Yeah.
Hold hands.
All right. I guess
You should superimpose your face right there.
No, because that would get rid of her face.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
we also have the chain smoking, hand kissing, baby shaking, lorazepam loving, comic book reading nerd, the official smoke chamber for Castle Wolfenstein, and the pimp of promotions, Michael Ravenshadow.
That's right, guys. And MZ, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Guys, I did the fucking intro.
Yeah, but it's my birthday, so shut up.
And then
Go ahead.
I was gonna say nice things about you, but you now go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And
whoa.
your birthday ain't till tomorrow.
I was
so-
gonna. I told him I was gonna say happy Australia. I was saying nice things.
His birthday's in like 2 hours.
I was say happy Australian birthday. Future birthday.
Future birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, so I get 2 birthdays?
Yeah, you're like it's like what do they call that? The thing when it's over the course of the days.
What?
And the
The
candles.
thing that's over the course of the days.
Yeah.
You know, I was on your side for a
December?
split second. Now I'm not anymore.
In December?
Wow.
Yeah, the December. There's not the cram jam, but the
The cram jam.
no, that's nice. But then I think I think what we're all trying to say, the most important takeaway is I'm still the youngest one on the show, and that's what's most important.
Yeah, but you have the
Still,
oldest
it's not
body.
going to change.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's good to get that going.
Yeah,
for
you
me.
got the body of my 97-year-old Uncle Alden, though.
Well,
Not really.
got this far. No, happy birthday, guys.
Thanks.
No.
Is there nuts in there? Are you going to kill him?
No,
Okay.
these are good.
I told him to look.
No, these are good. No, well, it's made in a peanut and tree nut free facility.
What
so
does this one say?
moist and delicious.
Chock full of nuts.
That probably means no nuts. Just digging.
Oh my God, we're getting so many voicemails. We're gonna have to let's skip the fucking movie review.
Fair. Yeah, thanks. Fucking, I'm just so fucking upset.
Why?
I'm just done.
Why?
I want to watch a cartoon now. What do you think of that? At this point.
I thought you would like it.
Oh, hold
We'll
on.
talk,
We'll
we'll
talk
talk,
about
we'll
it.
talk.
Yeah. We will talk about it.
I didn't know that you'd get it, but I thought you'd like it.
Well, we haven't talked about it yet. There is a Sons of Anarchy callback, though. I'll tell you that much. Actually, 2. We'll go into it. Q Buster.
All right. Well, what else do we have to do? So let me just catch up in the chat room. There's some good things in here I wanted to read. And Corny says, glad that you liked Cabal Corner, Mars.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I started listening to another one, too.
He also says J-Mac sounds like Mac from Mac and Me's brother.
Yeah, he's back.
Yep. And Mark, this is a first, actually. It sounds like it anyways. Mark says this is the first time that Dane and I have been watching at the same time.
Oh,
Our
shit.
I think he's
two
right.
of our Australian friends.
When Aussies collide.
Yeah.
Aussies.
Oh, what'd I say?
Aussie. Like the Osborne of the puppy.
he's Australian.
Dane says, hey guys, I usually have a regular Thursday job, but it got canceled because my client wasn't feeling well. Thanks for the shout out for my book. You're welcome, buddy.
Yeah.
Aussie
I
Osborne.
can't wait to read it.
Drive Jack and Mark says, loved La La Land. Oily Maniac's hanging out. What's
Hey.
up, Oily? He says, Mars only jisms on Blu-rays.
Fair.
Hey, yeah, that's just a regular DVD. I didn't realize.
I just
that.
want you all to know that every day some of you are alive that you oughtn't to be for some of the dumb thing, some of the hate you make me feel. You can now, I'm much more even keel because that job is split between Oily and Jacob now. Those guys are keeping me sane and well, sometimes Oily is trying to push towards the kill.
Yeah. He brings you right to the edge.
Yeah, but you know.
Corny says, are his hands jizz free now?
Whose?
I don't know.
Mine?
Yours, I guess.
Like what do you mean?
I don't know. Drive Jacket says, and if you like that, I assume he means La La Land, watch The Umbrellas of Chursburg.
Sold.
Patsy the Angry Nerd's hanging out. What's up, Patsy?
Oh.
Hey, Patsy.
This way, Patsy can actually talk and join the conversation because Patsy lost his voice.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
I got to call my mother.
And Dane says, this is the first time I've been in the chat room. I didn't have nothing much doing today, so I wanted to watch live, which I don't get to do much.
Oh, so we're your last resort, huh?
Jesse G, too, is often not here live.
Well, that's because we called in bomb threats a lot of jobs this week.
Yeah.
It's true.
Creepy Girl's hanging out. She says, happy birthday, MZ and Wolfie.
Oh.
Thanks, hon.
There's balloons, hearts, and cakes emoticons just to set the scene.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, Monster Zero, there's a label that's torn off here, and I don't want you to worry about it, but the like kind of lighter brown thing in here that's different, that's caramel.
Yeah.
So you can eat that. That's not peanut butter.
All right. Thank you for telling me.
Thank you. You can have the shit out of that.
Creepy Girl says, man, I thought you would both be in your birthday suits in honor of your birthdays.
Oh, yeah.
Night's still young.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, they do.
Night is still
wants
young.
Who wants that?
One person does.
Apparently one person.
Maybe two.
There's one universal thing that everyone says every single time they see Monster Zero with his shirt off. They want to know how far along he is and when he's expecting.
He'll be a soccer player.
Slegot's hanging out now, and he says happy birthday.
By the way, it's not his gut. It's that's constantly lactating.
It's like in that scene in Prevenge when there's like leakage going on. Oh, MZ, did you like Prevenge? Did you see it?
No, not yet.
Oh, you said you were going to review it.
Yeah, I haven't had the time.
I love that fucking movie.
I haven't had the time. I promise I'm going to watch it as soon as I have the time. I just haven't had the time.
Weren't you on vacation? You had a lot of time in you.
I didn't have time there neither. Are you kidding me? Jeez.
What are you doing, Maine?
I don't know.
You take pictures of your car from 500 feet away.
I'll tell you what. I do that, and you know, I saw so many people there, but I think I only counted about maybe 13 teeth.
What? Wow. 13 total?
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Does that include yours? You look in the mirror?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not including mine.
I'm telling you this. The next time you fucking make me watch a whole video just to see your fucking car from far away, there better be the dead hooker on it for smash through it from the beginning of Lethal Weapon 1. Otherwise, I don't care one bit. Fucking Amber better be dead on your fucking car.
I was freaking out going up that goddamn bridge. That thing was freaking me out.
Did you at any point try to cut it so the thungies fall into the river and get eaten by
No, unfortunately, I didn't think of that. I should have, though.
eaten by the fake robot crocodiles at the bottom?
Looks like I just saw. I don't know if this is old news or not, but looks like Danny Elfman's going to compose Justice League.
Really?
So
It's kind of late in the game, right? Like isn't that
You
movie
would think
fucking
so.
done? Yeah.
I guess I forgot that he did Age of Ultron.
Might be a tonal. I think
Maybe.
he did Avengers too. He did Avengers.
Okay,
well.
yeah. It just didn't sound like him. It wasn't like
He
in your
does have
face,
a very
you know?
he does have a very good relationship with Joss.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just fucking drew a blank. There's something I was meaning to tell you guys. I think everybody should stop listening to this show and go watch Eastern Condos on Amazon Prime. And then first watch Millionaires Express, because that's good, but not quite as good as Eastern Condors. And then you'll fucking shit will be real. And then watch Dreadnought. That's your trifecta of homework. I want you all to watch those 3 movies, right? On Amazon Prime, or if you're oily off your shelf, right? And I want you to watch all those movies and come back and give me your book report next week, chat room.
Yes. Okay. Patsy says MZ was busy not getting laid on vacation.
No.
Oh yeah, did you get any? Your birthday or anything?
Nope.
Not even a fucking handy.
Nope.
Did you give yourself a Dutch rudder?
Nope.
Wow.
Why don't you just say,
No.
"What can I just do?
Can
like
I
a titty
please?
fuck?
Can I
A pity fuck?
A titty fuck?
pity titty fuck?
Oh, a titty fuck.
Yeah, pity,
It's like
A
chitty
pity
chitty
titty.
bang bang.
pity,
Pity
titty
titty
party.
bang bang.
How can you go away? Did you share a room with somebody?
Yeah.
Who?
My girlfriend.
No. I mean, other than her.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Our
fucking
cats.
turn it up. You bring me your cat.
He didn't want to do it in front of the cats.
How can you go away and not get boinked.
Not get boys.
Like I don't even
When you look like
understand.
me, it's pretty
Look at
easy.
me.
It happens to
Oh,
Mars
do
by
I have
accident.
to?
Yeah, look at me.
I don't want to look at you.
When Mars and I are staying with Coop in Long Beach in the hotel,
Yeah,
you damn right.
yeah.
It's true.
Damn right something's going to happen.
It's gonna be the Long Beach Human Centipede Club.
I had this weird dream I was skiing last
What are
night.
the odds that Mars is going to go out looking for Ryan Gosling while he's out there?
That dude is not in Los Angeles.
Where is he?
Mind your own business.
Or-
I will indict myself.
Mind your
by
own
saying,
business.
Oily Maniac says Yun Biao triple.
That's my dude.
Creepy Girl wants to know what a Dutch rudder is.
Oh, yeah.
Come to
Show him.
Massachusetts.
Show him a Dutch
They have
rudder.
that in Florida. Come on.
Creepy girl, why don't you? Creepy girl,
Listen.
Creepy Girl.
why don't you come to the Rock and Shock?
Come to the Rock and Shock
He's-
and give MZ a Dutch rudder.
No, we be polite.
Don't be crass.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but
could.
that doesn't involve anything.
But you could. Listen. His special lady friend doesn't like him. She doesn't care. You can steal him. You can just rent him for the weekend. Like, just send him home.
Rent him.
Do whatever you want to him.
Yeah.
Oh shit! First time Mike's hanging out. It says,
FTM.
"Evening family, happy birthday, MZ and Johnny."
Though
Thank
you do
you.
have like
Thanks, buddy.
a weird convention girlfriend that I don't know what your relationship is. I won't say any names, but you're awful familiar.
It's not just a convention girlfriend.
Not sure it's on my couch. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah, that was weird.
yeah, yeah.
That's why we left. We were getting concerned.
Smelled like feet and ferrets.
Oh shit! All right, we need to get to
Weird ferret moan.
ferret moan.
No, real
Excreting
quick.
pheromones.
I'm
Yeah.
going to give you advice, okay?
you.
Here's what you do. What's your pet name? Sweetie? Is that what you say? Honey?
Babe. He
my-
says babe.
He's a
Babe.
big babe.
Babe.
Babe,
Babe.
I know you don't want to give me oral pleasure, but I hurt myself, so could you just hold this till the swelling goes down?
Well, that's a problem. The swelling never goes down.
Lord.
And
That's not a problem for most.
And you know, having it being held during that, I mean, it'll ruin Christmas. You know.
I think you're lying. I think
Yeah.
that, like, how could she not want? Who is she sleeping with then? That's what I want. Because she can't not want. She might not want to sleep with you, but she can't not want to have sex.
Oh, it's very possible.
No, it's not. I know that she may tell you that, but it's not.
The creepy girl says, "I don't get it either. Crazy relationship."
Yeah.
Right.
Creepy girl, if you went to fucking Maine, right? Like, the best thing that happened otherwise was not seeing a dead porn star on top of Monster Zero's car.
Oh my god!
Right?
Creepy girl said, "Roofie her."
Can we review the movie now?
Wait, roofie her or roofie?
Creepy girl asks when Rock and Shock is. October 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Why don't you dress like Desi Arnaz?
Lucy.
Yeah, do that. Be like, oh, open up, Lucy. I'm coming home.
Yeah, get all the Gomez style. Like, put like the
Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah.
The zoot suit and the
They,
pencil.
they were banging.
Agent Nicole's hanging out now.
Hey.
damn.
And Agent Nicole says, "Happy birthday, MZ and Johnny."
Thank you, Agent
Evening,
Nicole.
everyone.
Agent Nicole, there's been an accident.
As soon as he saw La La Land, he lost it. He didn't even get through the note.
Yep.
Yeah. The note blew off.
Yeah, it was shot off. Actually.
Oh shit! Creepy girl says, "I agree, Mars. She must be getting it somewhere."
Yeah, see, right? And honestly, it's not me this time.
It's not-
I think October 13th, 14th, and 15th is a great time. In
Are
New
you
England.
allowed to come to Rocket Truck this year, or is like they got to plan
going.
a fucking vacation?
Oh, creepy girl says, "No way. Lots of sex if I went on vacation with my boyfriend."
Ooh.
Oh,
Creepy girl, what are you doing next week?
What are you doing next week?
She's a stone cold flock. You're blowing it. You're blowing it all the way.
Agent
Speaking of that,
Nicole
let's
says,
go
"If
in-
you fuck with my DVD, I'll come and get you."
I didn't fuck with it.
He
I only
fucked
got
it.
the second
Yeah.
place, second base.
I made love to it.
I had La La hand.
Can I see that DVD?
No.
I'm not gonna do anything.
I know how repressed you are. You have a DVD. You have a DVD and a cookie. That's the best date that you've had in months.
Give me that DVD. See Agent Nicole? He blew his wad all over it.
That's nice.
That's funny.
That's a
nice.
cookie.
Yeah, no wonder you don't get
Not a
laid.
cookie. Yeah.
I got a package to open up that I'll open up later on. Remind me.
Julie Meow Meow says doing it in Maine is called the Stephen King.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
I think if you walked in on them, it'd be more like the Lovecraft.
And she's from Alabama. She knows.
Believe me, it's misery.
Slagoth says, I totally understand what Monster Zero goes through 20 years later. It's just the way it is.
Yep.
Whoa.
Who said that?
Slagoth.
Yeah, man, you got to shake it up a
He
little
hears
bit.
me. He hears me.
Slagoth, you could. I'll sleep with you, buddy.
Come to New England. You'll get all the chicks up here, dude.
Creepy girl, come on up, and everyone else will show you a good time.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. All right, we need to cut to a break in just a moment.
I'm so pathetic.
But before we do, if you guys want to go ahead and support the show, head on over to trickortreatradio.com. And right on there, you're going to see near the top, you're going to see featured. The featured release is currently Dough for Dynamo. Go to doughfordynamo.com or doughfordynamo.bandcamp.com. And you can go ahead and purchase for as little as $7 or as much as $40 million if you wanted. You can give Dynamo money for the awesome compilation that Myra put together.
And I fucking need it.
And the money is going to pay all of his medical bills because he's in a fight with cancer right now.
And for this birthday cake cookies.
No, don't say that.
Actually, who was I hanging out with? The Joe Francis, MC 900 for Ronsky. And I actually broke down exactly where all the Dough for Dynamo money has gone so far.
So if you want to break down, message Dynamo.
Yeah. The long, I mean, there was some like utility bills that were behind me because of it, but what I did medical bill wise is I paid the old ones off that I've been keeping out of collections, and then there was some in the middle that went to collections, so those bills are dead to me. And then there were some newer ones like for that 40 CAT scan where you don't even want to fucking know. That 40 CAT scan has fucking 6 digits in the price. So.
Ugh.
Yeah, so yeah, but it's neat. Seeing it was neat, so I don't know if it was that neat. If it was like AAA ball player career money neat, but
Jesus Christ.
it was So now I'm slowly keeping that, and like my some of my utility bills like were had got out in the woods from not working, and they would take my car away, so that was good to make that not happen.
So, I mean, because obviously when you're fighting cancer, you're on disability, and it doesn't really pay the bills.
No, it sucks.
So,
Especially, like, I'm a weird tier. Like, in getting promotion from the company, actually became, I don't know how to word it, but they don't, like, less of an employee, almost. So I only get 40% of my pay after taxes and after my benefits.
Sucks, man.
Really?
Yeah, so like I was getting less than $300 a week, and I still had a fucking mortgage, and I still had, so it was really the suck. So, and that's gonna start again. And remind me next week to tell you how fucking pissed off I am at the lady who makes appointments. My new surgery, they asked me when I wanted it. It was supposed to be 7/11.
Mm-hmm.
And I called back to double check on it because I hadn't got anything. And she's like, "You never gave a date." And I was like, "Ma'am, I did." "No, you never did, Michael." And I said, "Ma'am, how would I know about these doctors' vacation schedules all around this date I picked if I didn't know?" And she, like, as she's looking, she goes, "Oh my God, I forgot."
Oh, Jesus.
So now,
That's what you want to hear
Right.
from this.
and I said to her, I go,
Good
"Listen,
start.
there is going to be a problem if you can't get me in at the beginning of August." So that's what we're looking at now. But since, no big fucking deal. I have a brand new band and like a brass section to fucking get ready. So it's not like I, have to be healthy. Like that's when I had planned on my rehearsal starting.
Right.
And then she pulled well, you moved it. Like, no, ma'am. It was supposed to be in fucking March, and you just picked some arbitrary day in the last week of May to put it. So no, ma'am. So it got ugly, but there's a full funny story with it after. No, I won't tell you the part where I called Tiny White bawling my eyes out because I just couldn't take it anymore. But
Julie Meow Meows also says, doing in Alabama is called the Deliverance.
why don't you just
Squeal like a pig.
why don't you just be aggressive? Be like, "Hey, girlfriend zero, you get a nice mouth.
Yeah, you know what that it's called.
God.
It's called rape.
No, you don't have to force. Maybe she'd be like, oh, yeah.
It's the only way I can get it.
Jesus Christ.
Creepy Girl has a lot of advice. She says every relationship, I understand you get comfortable and it's nice where you don't have to maybe do it every day, but no sex. Come on.
That's never happened to me.
Drive Jack and Mark says documentary about MZ titled "I'm So Pathetic." Oily says 6 digits. Fuck, my life isn't even worth that much.
This is the longest that I've gone without doing the sex with another person.
Yeah.
I did it before I came over by myself. But
All
yeah,
right, we need to move along here. So if you guys want to help us out, trickortreatradio.com.
does one of you have cancer? Is that what it is?
What?
You have cancer? Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, that's what's holding up my end of things.
Well, you both have cancer,
Right.
So we're all right. So you guys can, if you want to help us out, go to trickortreatradio.com. You can click on the store link and you can purchase some digital content. We have the Greatest Hits, Trick or Treat Radio Greatest Hits Volume 1 and 2. We have some premium content of an old interview with the Deadites from the mid-'90s and also a live show that's included on there. And we also have some merch available if you guys are interested in that. We also have the Horror Pack. If you guys want to go ahead and get 4 DVDs or Blu-rays delivered to your door every single month, go ahead and give them a look. We get a little cut if you use our link. Amazon, if you guys shop there, use our link, click on it on the front page. Everything you purchase in that session gets attributed to us. It doesn't cost them any extra, Raven Shadow.
But it helps keep the lights on.
That's right. And finally, we have our friends over at XSplit.
XSplit!
And they provide the live streaming service you see here every Wednesday night. And if you guys have not joined for a Wednesday night show, just like how we have a few people, we have Dane joining, and then we also have, who else? I'm forgetting who the other person was, but there's someone else. Oh, Jesse G. Yeah, who typically isn't able to tune in for the whole show. But those guys are joining us. So if you guys want to, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually go to, 3.5, sometimes 4 hours. We're trying to be better. And Raven Shadow, you sit down to watch Let Me Make You a Martyr, hopefully before 2 a.m.
Around
here.
Now realize it's called Let Me Make You a Martyr, not Let Me Make You a Martini.
That'd be a good fucking movie. Yeah, start around like 10:30.
Okay, good. That's better.
Eastern time. Just checking Ollie for ticks. Concerns me. We're in and out like the Royal Rumble. We go outside, does the business, we're back in. All right?
This is like a bushwhacker butch style.
Yeah. We don't stick around. There's a fucking weird rabbit in the yard, too. He's chilling. Marshall, I named him. There's a rabbit family.
Yeah, we have a fucking ton of rabbits in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's like fucking Watership Down out there. I'm fucking scared.
It's not like Watership Down. They're fucking winning.
Oh, shit.
It's like Watership Up.
The Watership Uprising.
Yeah.
So I do all that things, order some takeout, get my drink on, then a strap on.
Do you love a scary story? Do you love to dance? The Big Scary Monster Haunts at Midnight is a collection of dark songs about sex, love, death, revenge, and the end of the world. Brought to you by the world's greatest monster hunting electroshock band, the Deadites. Available on iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, CD Baby, and all other digital distribution sites.
I'm Kevin,
And I'm Rick.
and we're your hosts of the Radio Violenta podcast. Join us as we drink and stumble our way through Italian occult cinema.
Follow us on Facebook.
And subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher Radio.
I Hello, Beer Burble.
What's up, y'all? It's me, the Yeti. Telling all the ladies that they couldn't be more fine and that we should knock those boots like Frankenstein. When I want to get my nerd on, I go to Facebook and I go to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. That's the place where I get to talk about all the hip new horror movies, all the cool comics,
Like comics.
RPGs, video games, you name it, we're talking about shit on there. And you could not be any cooler if you were the coolest kid in school. Be the first kid on your block to swing their cock over at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for Trick or Treat Radio, ask to join, and it's like Nerd Nirvana, baby, without the shotgun blast. This is the Yeti, signing out. See you at the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group.
Follow us on Twitter at The Deadites, TheDeadites.com, and TrickOrTreatRadio.com.
I'm Alex West.
And I'm Andrea Subasati, and we're from the Faculty of Horror podcast.
And you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
And we are back on Trick or Treat Radio. We've got a big crowd tonight. I want to thank everyone for hanging out live. It's a celebration, bitches.
Yeah.
We also have just popped in Joshua fucking Libre. What's up, buddy? Awesome having you for the live show, my friend. Let me see. We missed some chat here. All right. Julie Meow Meow says they have adult toy subscription boxes that have fun stuff. Spice things up. Your relationship, MZ. No, not interested.
No.
First time Mike says play dueling Grimlocks. Grimcock. Creepy Girl says maybe some role playing. Have a special effects guy make you look like maybe it's someone she thinks is hot. Surprise her.
Hey, now that sounds like fun, Creepy Girl. Let's try that out.
And then Oily Maniac says Trick or Treat Radio needs an adult toy subscription box as a sponsor.
Yeah, it's true. You better take a swing at that before his creepy girl figures out that, as Tony Schiavone would say, that you're you look like a button on a fur coat.
Oily says, Joshua Libre says, finally watching live again. It's been a while. What's up, Joshua Libre? And Patsy says, the Trick or Treat Radio Adult Novelties box would have a diesel-powered vibrator with a kickstand and manual transmission called the Dynamo.
By the way, not that I, shill for it. Well, I don't know if it's a corporate podcast. It's just that dude. But I really love the new Tony Schiavone podcast.
Yeah?
I think it's my favorite wrestling podcast that is not the Perugia cast. It's
That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, it's this dude. Well, here's what's cool about it. Think about who Tony Schiavone is, and think about where he was for 20 years.
Yeah.
Think about all the crazy shit he saw.
I'm Tony Schiavone, blah, 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 blah.
So they go through a show, like a pay-per-view, in the weeks leading up to it. But, like, they do one from, like, 1988, and then another one from 1989. Like, so every month. Every 2 months, they go all the way through the run of 1 year that company was doing pay-per-views. And he's just he's a bit of a old old curmudgeon in that Jim Cornette sort of way, but to hear, all the crazy business shit he saw and everything is really, really interesting. I recommend it. It's called, I forget. It's called Something Monday. I'll look.
Something Monday.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, Tony. No, it's cool. And if you buy one of Tony's shirts from the Pro Wrestling Tees store, he fucking calls you.
No shit, really.
I'd be so nervous if the fucking voice is 605.
Slagot says Monster Zero, just wake her up with a tongue in the butt.
Yeah.
Is she into that?
Not that I know of.
You should know. You've been together for 10 years?
No.
16.
How long?
8 years.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever have sex?
At one point we did, yeah. Can we just get on with
Was
the
it
goddamn-
bad? Is that what it is?
Let's get on with it. I don't.
What happened?
I'm not getting into this
Monday,
shit. Shut up.
Monday
I'm not-
Night What Happened When is the name of the show, and I highly recommend it. I don't like it as much as the New Japan Perugia cast, but I don't like anything as much as I like New
Poro
Japan.
Rezu.
I'm not going to say it
Poro
right.
Rezu cast.
You know what? Of all the fucking
I think it's the
people,
Poro cast.
of all the fucking people on this side of the table that says shit wrong, you're not going to let me have one slide every once in a while?
Yeah.
I let you slide way more than these guys.
I know where Japan is.
Where is it?
In Japan.
Asia.
It's right near Japan.
It's right near Japan.
It's about 7 or 8 hours away from the Los Angeles.
All right, so let's jump into this film review. We're going to talk about Let Me Make You a
18 hours.
Martyr. It is 1 hour, 42 minutes from 2016. It just hit VOD, though, so it just got its release just a couple weeks ago. It is an action crime drama, and it is directed by Corey Asraf and John Swab, and they also wrote the story and the script. And the film stars Marilyn Manson, Mark Boone Jr., Sam Quarton, Nico Nicotera, Michael Potts, Slane, William Lee Scott, Gore Abrams, and Michael Seamus Wiles. The synopsis: a cerebral revenge film about two adopted siblings who fall in love and hatch a plan to kill their abusive father. This is a difficult film to synopsize.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that really, to me, doesn't do it justice.
No.
It's very
that synopsis is
high
not-
level.
And also,
Yeah.
they're not.
This is a very complex film.
I don't think that they weren't blood relatives, right? Were
No, adopted.
they were
Okay.
adopted.
It says adopted siblings. Yeah. Yep. So
That's
okay.
not so weird then.
No, there are websites that do that. Like,
Yeah.
Well, if like Filipino Cupid.
it's on a different. It's on the internet. You can find it.
Julie Meow Meow says new sex therapy podcast for the network.
You know what? I'm ugly, but I'm the one to fucking talk to. Because I'm not good at it, but I, until recently, still was having it. So I have one up on, I guess Michael Ravenshadow is back in the game again.
Oh
but-
my lord! Oh yeah.
No, he's already gobbled up.
Well, let's just say the return to the ring has been interesting.
Hey, do you
The
do you
O-ring.
Is it like wrestling? Do you give her a list of things that you won't take?
There's a couple of boundaries, but other than that, it's off the rails. I'm like Sabu now.
So how long? So how are things going when you're hitting the squared circle?
Oh, fucking. A lot of finishes.
Any outside
Yeah.
interference?
How many finishers do you have?
I'll never forget talking to Tiny while that was going on. We received what I couldn't do, and Tiny went, "Okay, perfect, all your moves. You can't do any of your moves."
Just be careful. If she happens to pull a chair out of her ass, then you know.
No, don't be crass.
I'm not
Be
being
nice.
crass.
Dane
I'm being nice. I say it with love.
Be nice.
Dane Under says, I can't believe what you guys and gals are talking about. There's something similar in my voicemail I did before the show started.
Oh.
Oh, Julie Meow Meow says, there you go. Podcast is called Back in the Game.
There you go. Yeah,
Raven Shadow's foray back into single
I'm
single
telling
life.
you, 40's like being the new fucking 25 again. And this time I ain't got no roommates. It's nice.
I think I have.
Yeah, you do, Ollie.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd kick Ollie out of the room.
He gets concerned.
Does he understand the sock in the door?
No, he doesn't. He has a hard time with affection. You know, and I gotta like give him treats and like distract him. It's hard time.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna text Girlfriend Zero here.
No.
Well,
All right.
it's not. It's harmless. Do you like tongues? How do you spell tongues?
TUNGS.
Okay.
TUNGS.
Do you like tongues?
Tungsten. Do
in
you like
your-
tungsten?
in your butt?
Do you like tungsten in your
All right,
butt?
we'll see. We'll find out.
Oh, if you had her, she would have blocked you a long time ago. All right, let's talk about this fucking film.
Or she would have had tongue
So-
in her butt. Either way.
So this film opens up. We have this dude who is not wearing very much, and then all of a sudden he sees two guys walking towards his house, and he's like, "Oh shit!" He knows something's up, right?
And one of them is Marilyn Manson, which would cause me concern without any subtext at all.
So, and then we have. I mean, I hate to relate it to another filmmaker, but right off the bat, this felt Tarantino, right? With the soundtrack and
I could see
Just the way the way the overall film looked, it had a very
I don't think it
mid
looked like a
80s.
Tarantino movie.
no, I mean,
I don't think it looked like I didn't think Tarantino at all.
not even with the music at the beginning or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No, Tarantino
thought,
never even
like,
crossed my
I
mind.
feel like here is why I understand why you did, but here is why I didn't, because Tarantino music and Tarantino's films enhance what's happening. In this movie, there was just music playing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little cold in July, a little bit.
Okay, could see that.
Not saying it's the same thing, but kind of like I thought it was kind of like that kind of potential feel. Not comparing it.
And so now I just put it on here in studio. Watching it for the second time now, there's even in the opening credits here, some of the stuff some of the imagery makes more sense now. I feel after you've seen it. But and so just to let you guys know, if you haven't seen this yet, this is a very non-linear style of storytelling.
A lot of flashbacks.
I wouldn't even call them flashbacks. That's just how they tell a story. It's not like we're flashing back 20 years ago. It's we're flashing back to what happened the day prior, or something like that. So, but it's an interesting way, and I think they did a good job. I think the opening scene was grabbed me. Like it was kind of interesting because something's up, but you don't know what's going on, and it kind of pulls you in and was like, okay, well, what's going on? How did they get in this situation? So that's kind of pulled me in. And then I'd say that the momentum kind of got lost pretty quickly. And it just became sort of, there were some scenes that were really kind of plodding along and were really slow, especially after this.
Yes. Yeah. There was a lot of buildup that just didn't amount to anything at all. This movie was just so weird. I mean, I felt like it had something to say, judging from the IMDb, description of this film, I thought that this was going to be, a pretty much cut and dry film. What you see on there is what you're pretty much going to get. I mean, it's like I said, it's a pretty much cut and dry description, and there's like so many things surrounding that, and that part of the story is almost lost in the entire film.
Were you going to say something, Mars?
I'm just wondering what my prize is, because at about noontime today, I think I texted you and said I figured out the punchline of the movies 7 minutes in.
Yeah, I did want to see I wanted to see what you thought. I did not get it until towards the end, and we'll get to that. This is a movie that I don't. It's not like there's a ton of spoilers, so we can talk about a lot of the stuff, and especially because even based on the name of the movie, the thing that you're talking about isn't so thinly veiled.
No, even. I also, that's a very good point. Actually, I was so out there I didn't even pick that up. I have been working on something that deals with a certain kind of iconography, so I was like. I was sprung for it, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's funny. Mars was watching this earlier in our chat room. He's like, 7 minutes in, he's like, I think I understand the punchline already. And I asked him to tell me what scene it was that triggered it, that thought. And it was, obviously he did get it. And it's not in hindsight, it's definitely there if you're paying attention. I think that I was still trying to get a feel for what the film was doing, so I didn't really
Well, you have
understand.
no reason to think that.
Right. So we have, there's this pretty interesting intro, and then we meet the main character, played by Nico Nicotera. His name was Drew Glass. And then we also have June Glass, who is his adopted sister, played by Sam Quarton. I thought the performances by these two were pretty good. I thought Sam I thought she acted well in this, and I thought Nico was okay. The performances weren't outstanding, but I thought that these two stood above some of the others.
Yeah, I felt the performances here were pretty rather one-dimensional, really. Maybe a standout performance by Mark Boone Jr. Maybe, I think if I had to pick one that was the best out of all of them, I would probably pick him.
Who was the dad?
Who was the father?
Yep.
And Larry Glass. And I just don't understand the purpose of getting Marilyn Manson in this film. It's not like he had a hand in the soundtrack or anything like that, because I didn't.
Yeah, but he
hear
was fucking awesome. He was the best part. Like,
Yeah,
if you can
I
have
agree,
Marilyn
yeah.
Manson, why would...
He's acted in a lot of stuff.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He a lot more than I realized.
Yeah.
I just looked it up and I realized he's got 29 credits. In
I mean,
acting.
just having him there is a good shorthand to certain emotional cues that you might not be able to get otherwise without a scene.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Just his presence alone, I
You
can
just don't like Marilyn Manson, obviously. So you
No. It has nothing to. No, I there was a time when I was a big Marilyn Manson fan, and but I just think the idea of getting Marilyn Manson for a film like this, just especially it was filmed in Oklahoma, for Christ's sake.
Well,
I mean,
here's the thing.
when I think of a crime drama in Oklahoma, I don't think Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, did he fit the role?
He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
So if you have an opportunity to get him, obviously he's gonna. We kept saying this film featuring Marilyn Manson. This is star power. Like, whether or not he's acted a lot, people are gonna watch it because he's in it.
Oh,
So,
sure.
Of course you want him in your movie, and he's an actor, so he probably auditioned for it or knew someone that they wanted to get in. So I don't think it's that weird.
There's some kind of connection here, because I knew Drew looked familiar, and it wasn't until now.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he was on. But him, Mark Boone Jr. and Marilyn Manson were all on the show. So I wonder if there's some weird connection of that, because Manson was in that the final season.
There may even be more, because, like, not that he's a young man, but Mark Boone Jr.'s filmography belies,
Right.
like he's got the filmography of like one of those dudes that have been making movies since 19.
Jesus, 149 acting credits.
Vampires, James Woods. He's always was that guy.
He was Detective Flass.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit.
He was in one of the Fast and Furious movies, and he's in 8 things that are coming out, that have come out, or are coming out since this came out.
Jesus.
He was in an awesome movie. He was fucking phenomenal. I can't remember the name of it because it wasn't the type of thing that I would watch. But it's Life of Crime with Jennifer Aniston.
Okay, yeah.
Very Coen brother like movie, but he's one of my favorite.
He was in 30 Days of Night too.
Yep. Yeah. Character actors. He's great.
Yeah.
In the chat room, real quick, Bosch says the opening was definitely influenced by Tarantino. Then it became a cloudy poser art house. Whatever.
Halloween 2. He was in.
The original Halloween, or
Bosch also says the ending seemed like they ran out of money and brain cells. Wow. Okay. And let's see. Someone else had something to say about this movie. I think it was Creepy Girl. I watched it twice. It confused me. Yes, very non-linear.
He's in Die Hard 2.
Who are you guys talking about?
Mark Boone Jr.
Mark Boone Jr.
Oh, yeah. That dude's been in tons of shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know.
This is going to be one of those weird fucking things that
I know.
that we talk about that you get hung up on, that you can't quantify and can't explain. But every few minutes you come back and go, I don't know.
So one thing about this film.
No, I don't want to outright blast it. You know, I mean, we should discuss it. You know.
Wow, good for you. It's your birthday, trying new things.
It's your
Like
birthday.
a little big boys all grow up.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, Zero. It's your birthday.
No, it's your special day. Blast. Do what you want. It's your day, boo.
So one thing I will say is I think they did a really good job in this about making this flick super grimy and like it was like the lowest of lows. Like you have people doing drugs. Like this was like the fucking dregs of society,
Incest.
right? Yeah, incest,
Yeah.
porn, human trafficking,
Yeah.
murder.
All right.
You know, it had
All necessary activities, by the way.
I thought I was stuck in Millbury.
And so I think that they did a good job of showing just how like helpless you can feel in this sort of thing. And they were looking for a way out in that, you know, and that's kind of like spoilery, but not, you know, like when you see this situation, of course you want to get out, but they were looking for their way out.
There's no easy
And
way out.
they decide, you know, obviously they came to that conclusion of what that was, but along the way things get kind of complicated because there is a little girl that's involved who I honestly didn't like that scene, the trailer scene.
No.
When she goes to talk to, what was that guy's name? Hondo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did not like that scene at all. I just felt like it and I was still kind of getting my bearings with the film, but that it just felt like it hadn't set the tone of the world yet for that scene, and it just felt out of place. And it honestly, like, it felt a little bit like it could have been out of that film Dead West that we reviewed, you know? Like with, what was it, Shuggy or whatever? Shug?
Oh, yeah,
Shug
yeah.
White.
Suge White.
Like, it felt kind of like questionable. I didn't like that character, but then again...
You weren't supposed to.
Of course, but that's the thing. And you weren't supposed to, and he was supposed to be grimy and fucking sleazy as hell, you know? And just to show you how the despair in this world and how fucking shitty it is to live in it, you know? So I totally get it. It just felt a little bit out of place at that point in time. I did think there were some really good scenes in this, though. But I also think that it was offset by some not so good scenes. It felt very uneven, at least during the first act. Second act, I kind of was starting to lose it, and I felt the third act kind of brought it back a little bit for me. I will say Marilyn Manson as Pope was fucking... I thought he was fucking creepy, and I thought he was a pretty interesting character.
I wish that this was a Tarantino film or even a fuck, what is the man with my fucking brain tonight? What's his name who made The Warriors?
Walter Hill.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like somebody, like some, you know, exploitation director, because he really, I mean, maybe he doesn't need to talk so much. I mean, look at, how memorable he is in Lost Highway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, like, I think, I don't know, I really love him in this movie, and I would like to see more.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. I think it left me wanting a little bit more. I wish he was more of a part of the film, where his character was. And I suppose that's a good thing. But I do think that they could have chewed up a little bit more scenery with him instead of some of these other characters.
He was probably only there for a couple of days.
Yeah, probably. In the chat room, Cecil says, "Where is Harmony Korine when you need him?"
You know, that's what I was afraid of, actually. So I'm glad that it didn't bounce that way.
Nathan Cotton, Corey Vance Duke is hanging out. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
And he says, "I thought this was a disaster. Was legit embarrassed for the actors having to say some of that stuff."
Yeah, there was a lot of hokey lines and hokey dialogue in this film.
Well, here's how
wholeheartedly agree on that.
Here is how I justified that, though. Okay, you were hearing all that. You weren't living this like normally when you're the, the voyeuristic element of a normal film. This is being relayed by perhaps a marginally unreliable narrator. So everything is going to be sort of strangely outworldly, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, you brought up that Not Dead West.
Cold in July.
Nope. It was a real Western we did that was really, really good, but some of the performances didn't hold up to the guy that made The Butchers. I really liked that film.
Yeah. Shit, I'm drawing a blank on it.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
It's on Netflix right now.
Yep.
But so like that, like I did get that element from it. You know what I mean? Like, but I will say that my justification of the some of the mouthy dialogue was from. It was in retrospect. I definitely was struggling with it while it was happening. Another thing I didn't like about this movie, not to sound like my birthday compatriot here, this movie is fucking dark sometimes. And I was like, that's, I would appreciate seeing what was going on there more so than.
I'll tell you what was smart. It was a small scene and pretty hard to miss though. Where Dad is in the strip joint. And I think what they did is they turned a negative into something that they could use and made it into a positive. And that was Dad, he was in the strip joint and he's on the phone, but you can't really hear what he's saying, so they throw the subtitles on. Now, I'm thinking in my mind, like, okay, maybe the director just had bad sound in this scene, and he decided to put in subtitles, which honestly I think I thought that was
kind of works.
A wonderful idea.
I don't think that's what happened though. I
think they lost the audio.
I think I think the audio was lost in that scene, and so instead of trashing the whole scene,
I think it was
or refilming it or paying the money to fix the sound on it, they just threw subtitles on it.
I think it was
now it could be artistic flair, you know, who knows? It could be, but I doubt it.
But
either way, it saved the scene. I thought it was a very smart move.
Mars Kill or Be Killed was the one you were talking about.
Thank you.
Yep.
Which it's worth saying that I enjoyed that much more than I enjoyed this. I wanted to enjoy this. I wanted this to be. Yes. I thought that this was like one of those. I found out about this from our buddy, editor-in-chief of Wing Chop and Monster, Brian Harris, and I wanted this to be like one of those things that would have slipped under the radar if I hadn't like stumbled across it, you know. And that wasn't, I'll put my cards on the table. Like, as much as I like fucking adored Marilyn Manson in this, like I didn't really care. Like nothing in here came together, and I get it. I don't know, I'm interested to see what you guys think of the punchline, but like it didn't really, and I appreciate the punchline. It's probably the only thing that saved it for me in that sense, because there were some questionable choices made otherwise. Like, not for nothing, but like, don't fucking do smack and do sex while you got a fucking kid in the trunk. Like, I'm not the parent of the year or nothing, but like that's not going to turn out good generally.
No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, so,
now you tell me.
Yeah.
I do like, this is going to sound weird, I actually adore the scene where he tried to confront his father in the way his father took him down a peg.
Yeah.
Because something about that seemed really real to me, and you know what I mean? Like, it's very demoralizing.
Which kind of enhances the idea of the narrative. Him, that's what he remembers. He's fucking saying the scene that really happened in the backstory.
Yeah.
And let's see, chat room. Bosch says the filmmaker watched a bunch of Tarantino, Korean, and Spun, and was like, "Aha!"
Spun. There you go. That's my jam right there.
I don't see any. I don't see very much any Tarantino.
I don't see Tarantino.
I don't see it at
Bosch
all.
says, and this is a good lesson for filmmakers. Co-directing can leave you with a confusing as fuck movie.
If there is any Tarantino in this film, man, it's a very thin sliver.
Well, all I'm saying was the intro was reminiscent with the throwback 70s music over like a hitman, walking up to a house. That's where it starts and ends. Bosch also said, I did enjoy the scene where the dude was webcamming. That character was funny, which also felt out of place, though. It seemed like they were trying too hard to expose the underbelly of American culture. And maybe so. Maybe so. I think they did a good job of showing just how fucking ugly it can be. And the fact that if this does, I assume there are places like this. I know that there's a lot of places where drugs are rampant, and
oh yeah,
down the street,
Raven Shaw's house.
in either direction, in either one of those neighboring towns. Like I know from like firsthand, heroin is fucking amok. That's here.
Yeah, in the studio.
They closed the fucking meth den
studio
down across the street from Grafton High.
Yeah.
What happens? Like it just is,
That's why they call it high school.
Wow. All right.
That's deep, huh?
Welcome back, MC. What's Alexander's number?
Yeah. Spoken like someone who's only had aspirin a limited amount of time.
So we could kind of skip a bunch in this.
Come on, Cheech and Chong. Referential drug antics.
They're clearly on the pot.
On the pot. Are you smoking marijuana cigarettes?
I bet you those
wacky tobacco.
I bet you those 9th graders are on Quaaludes.
Hey, what are you talking about, man?
Can't get them anymore.
Hey, what you doing? Hey, I'm smoking a joint, man. Oh, well, give me some, man. Oh, we get your own, man.
So as this film is starting to wind down, and we have this nonlinear story about these adopted siblings and sort of how they are falling in love or in love. And we won't go through all the details in case you are curious to see this. I don't want to give everything away. But it's an interesting journey, and I think that the film, I personally feel it created a world, it stuck to the world. The outcome of these characters made sense within the boundaries they set. That was cool with me. That was fine. And I feel the ending was also fitting. However, I do think that they were way too handholdy. Like, I know there's a fine line between making sure people understand your film and holding their hand, but I felt that they really shoved this down your throat by playing that dialogue at the end again. Mars, I think that's what you were probably talking about. When they replay that dialogue of when the guy introduced himself.
I actually caught, but there was like a supportive like dialogue that once, like, it's the type of thing that if nobody noticed it, it wouldn't be. But if for some reason you're queued up to it, it's like very intrusive. That
if you watch films and pay attention at least a little bit, you're going to see this coming a mile away, like within the last 10 minutes. Like, did you guys kind of get what was going on, like their exit out of this life?
I did. I did. But unfortunately for me, I mean, that was really the only part that I got. There was this film has a good story to it, but it was just too convoluted. But I did get the ending. Yes.
It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. And I was definitely checking out. Like, I mean, this.
When did you check out?
Probably like halfway through. I mean, like I forget who mentioned it. They mentioned Spun with John Leguizamo and a bunch of motherfuckers. And then also Val Kilmer was in a flick called Under the Salton Sea.
Yep.
That I really enjoyed. That also, similarities. Obviously different films, but if you're gonna watch grimy drug culture flicks, I would recommend those two over this one.
Yeah. We have someone named Keith Fox. What's up, Keith? Keith says, why does Raven Shadow look like he just stabbed Mars with a harpoon? Oh, it's a red shirt.
We're fucking tag team partners. We're unity.
Bosch says, I agree. There are places like that, but they were trying too hard. Packing in as much filth as possible felt contrived. Nathan Cotton Coy Vance Duke says, it definitely gave me the same vibe I get from stuff that tries to use Tarantino style, just long-winded and self-indulgent.
You want to
stuff.
see a good movie that's a real downer that plays partially into the whole drug culture. Check out Combat Shock.
Oh yeah,
that movie is fucking depressing.
I can't wait.
That movie will. That and Requiem for a Dream. Those are
Oh
the
yeah,
two
yeah.
most.
Thank you. Yeah.
Two of the most depressing films ever made.
Requiem for a Dream is an uplifter, man.
Oh yeah. Right. That's date night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's date night.
New Hope's
that's
coming
first,
over.
That's
Yeah.
first date night type
Baby.
material.
This is my favorite film of all time. I want to share with you. I know you don't
She
like
slits
horror
her
movies.
wrist as soon as it ends. Yeah.
She's a cutter and everything. You'd
Yeah,
invite her to see her.
I'm gonna hang
See
myself.
that? See that?
Nathan Cotton Coy Vance Duke says, I totally agree on the trying too hard and packing too much in. Just superficial reveling in characters of white poverty like a restrained Rob Zombie.
Really, I'm not seeing that in Zombie or Tarantino.
And Bosch says, totally self-indulgent, almost pretentious.
Wow.
So I think do you guys have anything else to add to this before
I think
we
the
head
problem,
to
I think where we're not going is I don't think I generally find Zombie, or certainly not Tarantino, negatively self-indulgent. So maybe that's why I'm not picking up on what they're selling.
All right.
No, I think we're done. we got presents to open.
We do.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to head to the verdict on this one.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, verdict time. We're going to let you know whether this flick was a trick or a treat and any final thoughts we may have. Marsman.
Now, I just want to make sure you guys did, like, the ending. You may not have liked it, but you got it, right?
Right.
Okay. Good.
Well, we don't know. They don't know what. Maybe maybe they're not thinking what we're thinking.
Well, do we say it?
Nah. Just it's not really a big deal, but I wouldn't say it. Just in case someone wants to watch
With
it.
fucking awesome spoiler music we never use.
It all worked out. They find a new life.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah, he sent me that video earlier today.
I think he sent everyone that video. It's on my Facebook feed.
Treat.
Treat? What is it?
The video's a treat and the movie's a trick.
All right. MZ.
Too convoluted. But I did get the
It's
ending.
not convoluted.
It is convoluted. No. There's a difference between convoluted.
Do you know
and
what convoluted means?
Yes, it's mixed up.
No.
You're fucking mixed up.
You're mixed
Your
up.
sex life is
It's
mixed up.
It's twisted. It's not
Twisted.
This was so easy to understand.
Yeah.
Listen to the brain.
Wait,
over
did
here.
Raven Shadow? Did you get it?
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take it. You're gonna listen to him.
Maybe not every single solitary,
Syllable.
Don't get twisted. It's not D. Snyder or Steven Seagal about
all
Kung Fu Fighter.
all the nuances.
But
I think.
I didn't particularly care for this. I didn't really care for the characters or anything like that. No, trick.
All right. Raven Shadow.
This is a very important movie.
Seriously, are you gonna fucking let that go? You really just make yourself sound dumb.
No, there's drugs in the country.
Like seriously, you're like a great worker who makes yourself look like Lex Luthor every time you say that.
That's part of the magic trick. No, I think I got it, but I did check out, and I wanted to like it. Real people doing real things. I like a lot of the cast. I'm not a fan of his music, but I do like Marilyn Manson acting. I'd see him in something else. Barely a trick.
All right. First time Mike says Combat Shock is fucking brutal.
It is.
Bosch says this film is a total trick. And Dane Under says, I love Requiem for a Dream. Great filmmaker. It's depressing but thought-provoking. Great acting, too. Yeah,
True.
it's a fucking great movie.
Very true.
All right, for me,
Great score.
This flick, yeah, the score is fucking amazing. Clint Mansell. Papalita Self Dynamo. Most people probably don't know that he was from the band
Yeah.
Papalita Self.
Oh shit!
All right, so this flick was a little too Jekyll and Hyde for me. I think there were parts of this film that I really enjoyed, and some parts that were just a lot like a sludge to get through. However, after the credits rolled, it all seemed intentional and somehow to me. Like, it seemed like it was done with forethought, which made me kind of rethink how I felt about the entirety of the film. Because I'll be honest with you guys, 3/4 of the way through, this was a trick for sure. Like, no doubter. But then at the end, I feel like they were just able to claw back enough to kind of just make it on the line there. There was some subtle and not so subtle subtext throughout here, but it kind of showed a depth of the world they were going for. So I think the potential here is greater than what they were able to actually do. And I think it established that their exit, I'm using finger quotes, their exit was the only way out. So everything made sense. Some of the performances were okay, were good, some were not so good. Once again, I will also echo and say that Marilyn Manson, I think, was probably had the best part in this. And I wanted to know more about his character and see more of him on screen. But for me, I'm just, this was really kind of middle of the road. And I'm going to go with the potential and the fact that they built the world I think they were going for. So I'm going to say that this is a very, very tepid treat. And I do think that, maybe, because I know these filmmakers have each made their own films, and I believe this may be the first time they've teamed up. So I'd be curious to see each of their, some of the stuff that they've done prior and what they're going to do from this point on, because it's definitely not a terrible movie. Like, to me, this Dead West is for me the bottom of the barrel for films we reviewed this year, and this isn't in that same category. This is definitely a step above, and I think that they did a decent job with what they were given. It was a little too, I hate to use the word like art house. I do think they went a little too abstract in some places, and then in other places held your hand way too much. So I think that finding a balance would have been better, and just kind of let the viewer figure it out. Replaying that dialogue at the end, that narration reeked of heavy-handedness and almost turned me off. But I thought it all kind of wrapped up. So, well, there you have it. That's our review of Let Me Make You a Martyr. It is available on VOD if you guys would like to check it out. And next week, we're going to go back to the theatrical well.
Well?
Tell him, Hawk.
Not for nothing, but that's why we got evicted from the last place.
Whoa. Well, I don't think we're getting evicted from this place. And we didn't get evicted from the last place.
We did. If we were quiet, we never would have gotten in trouble.
No way. I wouldn't have been able to do a network there. I don't want random
How'd that
fucking
work
people.
Out?
Huh?
Yeah, we'd still be. We wouldn't need to.
We've been talking about network for years.
Say it.
Yeah, no.
No, why don't you say it?
Well, no, I mean, the network is still thriving. There's Trick or Treat Radio. There's the Outside the Corner baseball
The fucking
show.
Outside Corner.
They do seasons. They don't
up.
celebrate numbers. And
oh, my God.
the Patty thing, the Throwdown Thursdays.
At midnight, I'm going to punch you all fucking out on my birthday. That's what I want. I want to fucking punch you all out.
Do you think you'd be
Oh, man, do I get to have that birthday present, too?
No, only me.
I'll do it at 11:59. You do it at 12.
That's a bad birthday. It sucks.
That's a good birthday.
So I don't want to get hit with the fucking getting slapped with a wet noodle.
Yeah, Daniel, let's open our present.
Yeah, we have one.
All right, so next week we are going to review, once again, I was saying we're going to the theatrical well, films that came out theatrically that just hit VOD. We are going to do the Belko Experiment because I feel that that's a film that we would have done, but it ended up getting a theatrical release, which is awesome for the film, but it seems like it's kind of in our wheelhouse.
Sergeant Belko?
Mars, you're raising your hand.
I have an announcement.
Okay.
I went in business for myself.
Okay.
I got us a co-host next week.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He hates that.
to talk about the Belko Experiment and probably Dominion, whether we want to or not. Ladies and gentlemen, Jakey from the Cult of Muscle.
Yeah, boy.
Who?
Jakey Boo.
Who? Did you say who?
We're going to see him in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I know, it's going to be fucking awesome.
2 weeks.
He'll
whatever
be
it is.
fucking sick of us before we even get off the plane.
So that's awesome. So we will have Jakey in tow, and we're going to talk about the Belko Experiment.
Nice.
So if you guys want to check that out, if you haven't seen it in the Theater. It is available on VOD. With that, I didn't get the promos ready, Raven Shadow. Why didn't I do that?
Because you were too busy being mean to me on your birthday.
Threatening us.
Yeah, violence in the shadow of violence in the valley.
Yeah.
In a valley of violence?
That too.
Valley of shadow of violence.
Yeah. I don't like that.
In
I
the
don't like
valley
that.
of the shallow end of violence.
Shallow end of the violence.
Shallow end?
I don't like shadow violence.
All right, well, let's go to break.
Thank you.
The following message is a paid advertisement for the Cult of Muscle podcast. The Cult of Muscle. You're either in it or you're dead.
It's the dawning of a new age. The halls of Valhalla have been shuttered. The heroes of yore have either retreated to the shadows or taken to capering for the amusement of the small folk. Their past glories a distant memory. The barbells have been torn from their once puma-strong grips. The beards shorn from their square jaws, only to be transplanted onto flannel-clad, puny weaklings with fingers barely powerful enough to strum a ukulele. The time has come, my brothers, to restore order from the chaos. No longer will our heroes be forgotten. No longer will their great deeds be viewed through a foggy lens of irony. Hear now our rallying cry as we scream it from the mountaintops, as we bellow it from iTunes and Libsyn and Facebook. It's time to join the cult, my brothers. So don your cloaks and enter the Cult of Muscle.
I'm Mike Allred. For the gidgiest listening experience, you gotta check out Trick or Treat Radio.
Oh, delicious nerds. Ms. M knows you like to chat it up with other sexy shut-ins about comics, movies, video games, and your favorite TV shows. If that sounds like you, cuddle up to the Trick or Treat Radio Facebook group, or the FIB. That stands for Fan Interaction Board. Just go to Facebook and search for Trick or Treat Radio and have more fun than a Jedi at a lightsaber sale. Not enough? Watch us on YouTube, The Deadites TV, all one word. Last but not least, check out the world's most dangerous talk radio show, Trick or Treat Radio, at trickortreatradio.com.
All right, we're back on Trick or Treat Radio, episode 255. I want to thank everyone for hanging out. We got a nice crowd hanging out with us tonight. It's a celebration. All right.
The last throughout the year.
We got tons of voicemail, like right after the show fucking started. So we are going to probably head to voicemail in just a few minutes so we can make sure we get it all in, because I know we got a couple pretty long ones.
I got a long one right now.
Oh, but I think they'll be good conversation starters. So,
you hear me, creepy girl?
What?
All right. Drive Jack and Mark says Combat Shock and Eraserhead, great double feature.
There you go.
Julie Meow Meow says, come on, how about Psycho Pike? She wants us to review Psycho Pike.
You know, there's clips of that shit on YouTube, and I looked at some of it, and it's it'll change your life.
Oh my god, I found it. Julie might get what she wants.
I love that screen cap of the cow. Like, what the hell?
It looks like it's like scared.
Is it frowning? It looks like it's frowning.
Wow.
Oh, Christ.
All right. Psycho Pike will happen one day. One day.
You think Blink's got a VHS copy of that?
I don't know. Maybe next Blinkbuster. Maybe
Yeah.
you'd want to check that out.
That could be utterly ridiculous.
Oh,
waka waka.
Creepy Girl says just watched Belko Experiment last weekend.
Nice.
Drive Jack and Mark says anyone seen this in the Deep movie that they released in the cinemas as 47 meters down? Nope.
I'm not seeing that.
Dane says not yet, but I love a monster movie. I suppose sharks are in that category. Enjoyed The Shallows, but I won't watch that Sharknado shit. Sorry, Patsy.
The Shallows was better than it should have been, but not very good. Well, if they had fucking spent more than $1.50 on the fucking shark, it would have been okay.
It's better than Van Helsing.
No, I like Van Helsing.
Batman fought a shark that was probably about $1.50
with shark repellent.
Yeah, because it said it right on the can, shark repellent. R.I.P. Adam West.
Oh yeah. Oh man, we haven't even talked about that because I think it happened like last Thursday or something right after the show. We'll wait for Raven Shadow. I know he might have something to say about it. So
don't go on forever.
Yeah. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Jesus.
Oh my Lord, I got a prepared speech.
Yep.
Glad you asked, Johnny.
All right. Well, let's
flashbacks on Adam West. Here's 80 pages worth.
Joshua Libre says, I want to see 47 meters down. Looks like a fun summer movie. Looks ridiculous, but fun. Patsy says, sharks are the best. I hated The Shallows. But he likes Sharknado.
Yep.
All right, let's head to voicemail. I believe this is going to be a review of the film we just watched, so figured to be relevant. Let's hear from our buddy Arkham Josh.
Yeah. Way to break it up.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio guys, it's Josh from the Arkham Film Society here. Just calling in with my thoughts on this week's film. Let Me Make You a Martyr it's an interesting film, and it's a well-acted film, but unfortunately it's just a film that didn't fully work for me. I actually think this is a really good, I actually thought of this reasoning today, because I just got back from seeing the film It Comes at Night. We went out to the theater to see it. Really interesting film, by the way, which did work for me. But I was thinking afterward that I'm not sure if outside of a theatrical setting that film would have worked for me. And when it comes to Let Me Make You a Martyr, I think it's the same type of thing. I think its pace and its story structure, if in the theatrical environment where you're just like completely keyed into paying attention to the film, to going with the mood of the film, I think then it could have worked. But I think in the home environment, it kind of loses something, and the pacing seems a bit too glacial at times. And the story structure, every once in a while, is slightly jarring, because you go, wait, what's going on now? But overall, I thought it looked really good, and that the acting was good. It did have an interesting story. It just seemed like everything to me should have been tightened up a little. I do understand that this is a feature directorial debut, so I give these guys a huge amount of credit, because they definitely had a vision that they seem to have executed in a fairly stylistic and memorable fashion. It's just, like I say, it didn't quite work for me. I guess this is going to sit right on the... This kind of straddles the line, because I can't say it's a trick. So I guess I'll have to go with it's like the tepid treat, I guess.
Treat, yeah.
It's, because I'm sure there are people that are going to really like this film, but just not for me. If you're into to indie crime dramas and it pops up on a streaming site, I would definitely recommend checking it out. But I just gotta say, I don't foresee myself revisiting it. Maybe something in the future from these guys will grab my attention, and I will definitely check it out. But unfortunately, this one just didn't work for me. But I bet Raven Shadow loved it, because there was an awful lot of real people doing real things. But I don't know. I guess that's all for that film. As I mentioned in the explanation, just saw it comes at night, and that is a very well-executed, intense film, which I definitely recommend catching in the theater if you can, because like I said, I don't know if it'll translate as well to home viewing. But other than that, I gotta give a shout out to Corando. I watched Karate Kill last night. I'm working on a written review for Forces of Geek right now.
Nice.
So I'll give you guys the preview version.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it an awful lot, so it'll be a very positive review.
There you go.
All right. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you, man.
That is cool.
Yeah. Mars, you missed it, but Josh just reviewed Karate Kill for Forces of Geek. His
and it seems favorably.
Yeah, he didn't. It's not out. His review isn't live yet, but he just gave us a sneak peek and said that he liked it a lot. Awesome, I'm so excited. I've seen Corando posting a lot of social media stuff about doing interviews and doing voiceovers for the Blu-ray and stuff. So I'm super excited for him.
It's
and
gonna be awesome.
Speaking of, Mars and myself. I'm sorry, guys, but we're gonna hang out with Corando when we're in California.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is that happening?
Yeah.
Can I come?
Sure. Get a plane ticket?
Shit.
I'll sell you my ticket for Billy Gunn.
And Corando is actually get this. When I go to see New Japan on the first show on night 1, I'm going to be sitting with the Ledge, Mike Ledger.
Holy shit.
On one side, and Corando Mitsutake on the other side.
That's a fucking rose between two thorns right there. Or a thorn between two roses.
Yeah, I'm the thorn, they're the roses,
around.
yeah.
And I'm going to be sitting in between Jakey Poop and Coop.
Ooh.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
Pair the Pizza Full House. Right there.
And Kelly.
And I'll probably be masturbating to internet porn.
Well, we know you won't be having sex.
Do you snap the carrot while you're in bed on vacation anyway?
No.
Like
on
how-
vacation?
Do you do it
What
alone?
difference does it make?
Do you ever do it when she's in the house, or do you wait till you're alone?
I'm in the shower.
Richard, you've been doing your hair for an hour.
It's short now. It shouldn't take so long.
I'm doing my hair.
Yeah. I work a long time on it.
I never toss off to anything. You told me you were doing your hair.
I was.
Because I don't care. I'll just right in the bed. I'll just pull it out and do what I have to do.
But that can be
while I go
exciting
to
too. Be
sleep.
like, honey, I'm waking up. Hey, look who's
Who else is waking up?
This is weird.
Yeah, I'm just can't sleep.
This is weird.
Boonga da dunga da dunga da dunga.
Yeah.
Danga da danga da dang. Is that?
I said the magic word, elect chalk, like Apache Chief.
Bum ba dum bum. Hand me my ass shocking. It's like tug. She knows. She'll hear tug 4 times. She'll grab the ass shocky.
Apache penis.
So is that a no? You didn't even
No.
snap the carrot
No,
while you're in
no,
Maine?
no.
Oh man, you are repressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next, Johnny?
It's exciting.
Oh man, I gotta play this because I'm thinking about it.
This and this and this and this and this. Don't you ever do this. This and this and this and this and this. This and this and this and this and this. This and this and this and this and this.
Is it Bass Rush?
Yeah.
Break, snap, crush with the foot. Break, snap and deliver. Dang the dang the dang, dang the dang the dang the dang, bang, dang the dang the dang, dang the dang the dang the dang the dang, bang. I'm gonna slit your throat, slit your throat. I'm gonna slit your throat, slit your throat. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna break your leg. I stab it in your face and I slit your throat. Boom. I'm gonna slit your throat, slit your throat. I'm gonna slit your throat, slit your throat. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm gonna break your leg. I stab it in your face and I slit your throat. Boom. Okay, I'm sorry. Bang, 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 bang. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Bang, 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 bang. No, I'm not. Okay, so if they do that, you gotta pay him back.
I like that. If they do that, you gotta pay him back. That's fucking right, Bass Rotten.
Dang it. I have the whole fucking video. It is amazing.
That's my joint.
It's on the server, Mars.
We watch it at Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Don't you do that to me.
Me and the Pacelli boys will rock that again.
Dang it, dang.
I'm gonna slit your throat. I'm gonna slit your throat.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Dane Under says, that reminds me, I found Blind Wolf and bought it in the used weekly section at the video store. Got to watch that. Carando's
Nice.
Global, baby.
Sweet.
International.
Or global.
All those things. Planetary.
He's almost universal.
By the way, the thing we just watched, if for people on the podcast, if you want to know what that is, it's Bass Beats, B-A-S Beats, the Bass Rutten Street Fighting Remix. Bass Rutten is a pretty well-known martial artist, MMA, and he's also a fucking amazing commentator, Mars, right?
Yeah.
And he did a self-defense video several years ago that's the fucking best thing ever.
And if you want to know how fucking good one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, who I think is the most underrated wrestler of all time, Koji Kanemoto, had a fucking really good wrestling match with Boss Rutten, with Rutten having little to no professional wrestling experience.
Yeah. It's fucking great. So, okay, let's move on now. And okay, this one's a bit of a long one, but I think that this could bring about some good discussion. This is our boy Cecil, and he saw The Mummy, and he's been kind of championing The Mummy because he wants to see the Dark Universe succeed.
Well, plus our friends are fucking bitter, right? And if it doesn't have, their film doesn't have some sort of
not just our friends, just people in general,
political fucking agenda to it that they can glob onto, then they don't fucking care, right?
Uh-oh.
So
Cruise is a 50-year-old man. He's not a woman, let alone a Wonder Woman.
Wow. All right, well, let's hear from Cecil.
Hey, guys, at Trick or Treat Radio.
Cecil!
It's Cecil. I just wanted to give you my feedback on the War of the Planet of the Mummies.
Nice.
I wouldn't necessarily call this a review, but like a loose discussion about why anyone might be interested in this movie in the first place. And comparing it to other universe films, like there's always going to be sequels, so why not just call it a universe rather than say part 2, part 3, part 5. This one has a different title, but it's the same movie with another other title under it, and this will have its own sequels. Scorpion King. Other like monsters as the heroes, monsters as the mutants was always. I mean, the Universal monsters to me stand right next to the X-Men for me in my imagination. However, the movies that we have now and the heroes we have now, I think are still reflective of the Comics Code Authority and their total fucking banning of any kind of like cool stuff like vampires, blood, etc. For a long time in comics, that there was nothing really like a horror bent like that. You have to wait for like the vampire one to come along, Morbius, I think, and then you have to wait for DC Vertigo finally to start pumping that stuff out. So it's like any DC Vertigo stuff I'll go see. If it was on that label, I'll go watch it at the theater. That would be great to have more of those. This movie's great and dark, but I think Marvel Civil War was great and dark, and only the first Captain America was colorful, kinda, but Civil War was too drab for me, and I think that Winter Soldier is so strong because it plays perfectly into those gray Cold War era stuff. Anyway, I think another great comparison between superhero and monster films is the rules that they all have, the limits of the powers of everyone. Like, in some folklore, vampires can't cross rivers, and in all these movies, silver is the kryptonite. So I always thought that they naturally are similar and are kind of cool to explore those rules. This movie, The Mummy 2017, Sofia Boutella and Tom Cruise, I can see why you would want to rework this princess theme that they have. There's a princess reference in like every Mummy movie, even beyond those ones. So I thought it was a valid attempt. Speaking of the rules of superheroes and monsters, at one point in one of these older films, she's resurrected by the sunlight. And I thought that was really cool. Like, the sun could destroy a vampire, but why wouldn't it help the mummy if they worship the sun and all that? It's cool that it could have regenerated powers for her. Why not? And they're different in this movie. And again, this movie's very dark. There's not much sunlight in it. This is more of a plague mummy, and she brings rats with her. And I think all of the Mummy films have always missed an opportunity in bringing cats into the mix, because why not, right? Cats in the sun. You could have a little bit more fun with these rules with the Mummy. And I still think that they did a little bit of it, but they kind of stick very strictly to some of these other elements. So I like these rules going on. And that's why I like the old films and rewatched them. And I want to quote Piccolo over at Silver and Gold from something he said, which is, a good comic book movie makes him go and read the comics. So for me, this was a good Universal monster movie because I went and watched the other ones. They fit into this perfect category for me because they are very short, and the way movies were made back then, I just found that to be interesting. And without Universal, I don't know how else I would have been exposed to it, because as a kid I couldn't watch R-rated horror until I was at a certain point, and I rented all the Universal monster movies from the library, and they're such a great preparation. The Hammer movies were always at a distance for me, but Universal was there, and then Psycho, and then you get Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, and Exorcist, and then it's Italy, tons of Italy. But the Hammer movies were kind of a gap for me. So when I did finally get to them, I find them to be a little padding. They're in color, which is fine, but I think that that's why people go to Hammer movies, is because they're in color. And I think you lose a lot of this noir. And I was just listening to the Cromcast with Dynamo and Johnny on there.
Thank
and
you.
They were talking about, Dynamo mentioned Val Lewton and the mixture of noir. And, that's the type of, those movies are older. And I don't know, I feel like they're worth going back to, and they're worth referring to now, still. And the Stephen Sommers, Brendan Fraser Mummy movies kind of, refer to it. This Tom Cruise movies, people are saying it's not scary or dark. At the same time, it is visually noir. It's just, I think this is more horror than the last iteration of trilogy. And like I mentioned, there is 3 direct-to-video sequels to The Scorpion King, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. They're fine family movies, and they gave, Scorpion King 4 gave Rutger Hauer and Lou Ferrigno a job, so I can't hate on it.
Wow.
But
I had no idea.
I think this one is kind of more of a return to form. It is shorter than the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie, and that means it's shorter than, of course, all of the superhero universe movies out there, and I like it when movies are succinct, and I think that's a lost art. Boris Karloff is the best Mummy, 1932, and then I like the sequel, The Mummy's Hand, 1940, and I like The Mummy's Tomb, 1942. The Mummy's Tomb is super film noir looking, and I think that it's a really cool mix.
Just want to stop for 1 sec. This dude's fucking smart.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where's your podcast? You
Yeah,
sound better than
Cecil, come on, man. would love to hear you do a show, man. You're super smart, and I just figured since it's a long voicemail, I'm going to continue to play it. But I just wanted to see if anyone had any feedback about kind of what he talked about, how it's its own. They're establishing their own universe, sort of how like superhero universes have done that.
I'm super excited
that they're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, this has had a huge worldwide opening. It didn't do as well domestically, and that's why people are, oh, Tom Cruise, blah, 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 whatever.
It just baffles me why somehow this movie comes out, it's doing its own fucking thing, and somehow it's like fucking put up against Wonder Woman. Like, they can't just both come out and be fucking movies. Like, it's fucking infuriating.
No, I mean, like, I didn't really, when I saw the trailer for it, like, oh, I need to see this, but hey, it's cool. But based on Cecil's kind of voicemail, I'm a little more interested. But yeah, it's an immediate, it's either it's awesome or it's not before it even drops.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because you know what? I like Tom Cruise. I don't like Tom Cruise in real life, but I fucking like Top Gun, and I like Eyes Wide Shut.
Well, how many movies has he been in that are like terrible, right? Like,
I can't think of any.
He's one of the actors that I think really puts himself in good positions. Look, I haven't seen all the Mission Impossible movies.
Risky Business?
Yeah, I mean, he's been in some good movies. And I think the fact that he didn't go Mel Gibson crazy, but he's a little crazy, the whole Scientology stuff and all that, you know.
But, I mean, he was great. He took the piss out himself in... what was the comedy? Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah.
He was awesome in Magnolia.
He was fucking great. I think he was fucking not acting in Magnolia.
Yeah. Before fucking Cecil comes back, can I just give you my 1 minute gatekeeping for this because I put somebody verbally in traction this week.
Yes. I'm excited for this.
This actually happened twice. One was one I didn't mind that they did it because I'm used to my former co-host. Not being a fan of funny books, but this other person did two things. The thing that they both said is that I don't like that Spider-Man's a little kid. Well, Spider-Man is a little kid, right? And the other thing that they said
originally,
is that, they were talking about something, and I was like, well, both those things are this guy goes, Bob, I don't like Spider-Man's a little kid, and then they said, I can't remember what it was. It had something to do with I was saying like, well, I don't really like. There's a certain part of Wonder Woman that I'm not a huge fan of, the comic, in the same way that I'm not a fan of it in Thor. I'm not a big like mythology guy. I'm like, oh, well, I don't read the comics. If you do that to me, that's the last conversation that you're going to want to have about anything. I'm going to fucking make you wet. That person was afraid. Don't ever say the word comics and wave your hand at me. You'd be better off to say social thriller at me multiple times.
Read the transcripts.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't like it, but don't fucking wave it. Don't fucking tell me that you can accept the fucking movie about a guy swinging around with fucking the proportionate strength of a spider, but the comic is too fucking much for you. Don't tell me that. I will kill you. Like, I fucking hate the world right now. I hate it. I hate how everybody's taking fucking movies that are in not art house movies that are in the fucking cinema, fucking that were made to be brainless and dumb, right? They don't care. They don't care about your fucking politics. They don't care about men, women, anyone else. If Johnny the Hermaphrodite fucking made $10 million, they would. And they spent $1 million to make it, they'd make 1 million hermaphrodite movies.
Thank you.
You're all fucking ridiculous.
Angry Inch 2.
You're ridiculous. You're playing into it. Bicycle. No, fuck you.
This cake's good.
Yeah.
Fucking really good cake.
Don't tell me you cried. I'll push over your chair. I hate you all. You're all ridiculous.
I cried.
Huh?
I cried. You gonna push over my chair?
Took you $8.
Do you want to edit this?
Yeah.
No, I saw it.
You're a virgin.
I saw it for free.
What'd you cry at, Matt?
Wonder Woman.
Why did you cry?
Was Rocky in it?
I thought it was fucking awesome.
I am sure I've heard it's fucking phenomenal.
But Rocky Balboa wasn't in it?
What?
That's movies you can cry at.
Which one did you cry?
Everyone.
Rocky 4?
Everyone. I was watching my mom.
That dude fucking saved democracy.
When he had the thing to his oldest son, Peter Petrelli, was like, ain't nothing hits harder than life. I fucking get a really emotionality with that.
Emotionality. Why?
Emotionality.
Yeah.
Great.
I fucking cried then.
Great. I don't know. Like I appreciate the art of cinema moving people, but my special lady friend is fighting cancer. I didn't need a fucking movie to show me a strong woman.
There you go. Amazon.
All right.
She's not even a human.
Your girlfriend is human, though.
It's true.
We've met her.
All right, real quick in the chat room.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
I don't care. Everybody fucking hates me.
Murph is hanging out. He says, "Sup, you beautiful bastards."
Thank you, Murph. That was for you.
And Cecil says, "Sorry, I watched all of those mummy movies." And then Murph says, "Karloff is the only mummy." And Cecil says, "Thank you, guys. I appreciate the time." Of course, we're going to get back to you in just 1 second. And then Dane says, "Check this out. I'm looking forward to this so much. Similar but not a sequel or remake of Razorback. It's been picked up for distribution in Australia,
no shit.
so I'm hoping to watch it in the cinema. It's called Boar."
Man, there's I think it was Korean. The Korean wild boar movie called Chaw, I think it was called, is on Shudder right now. That I remember
Some good
liking
stuff on
it.
Shudder right now.
Yeah. They haven't added anything new in a little while again, but
They have there's a movie that I wanted to review. It didn't hit VOD because it's a Shudder exclusive, Lake Bottom, which I've heard some good things about.
yeah.
That's a Shudder exclusive.
Lake Bottom Girls.
Julie Meow Meow says, "Good podcast voice," and referring to Cecil.
Yeah,
And
totally.
Murph says, "Nice, Razorback is my jam."
Yeah, I fucking love. That's a fucking awesome movie. If you
And
guys
then
can track it down.
Cecil says, "Exactly, Dynamo. What obviously Wonder Woman is a big deal." Exactly, Dynamo. What? Okay, I'm not quite sure what that was in reference to, but. And Dane Under says, "I'm sure that John Jarrett mentioned this in passing when he was on Trick or Treat Radio, but it's been a while. I don't know.
Been a while.
Did he mention Boar? Do you guys remember?"
I don't think so.
Mention it at all.
Okay.
He just made fun of us the whole time.
Yeah, which was fucking awesome.
And by the fucking way, I understand the reasons that like this movie is important, but it's important because it made money. It's important in the same way that the Star Wars movies and this are hopefully going to change the way that, and not for the good reasons, but I guess for whatever happens, the way films are cast and characters are presented, and with a more realistic palette of ethnicity and gender. But I don't know. Don't fucking jump on all those of some other movie because it's not that. Movies don't have to be that.
But it's called Mommy.
Cecil says his film, Tom Cruise's filmography is beloved. The divisive one seems to be The Color of Money. Really?
What?
That one's fucking great.
Fucking dope, dude.
Yeah.
I love The Color of Money.
Murph says that shit gets my hackles up.
Me too.
Legend. That's
And
fun.
First time Mike says Wonder Woman was a fantastic movie. Patsy says Wonder Woman was intense AF. He said as fuck, but I abbreviated. Yeah.
Did you think it was intense? I trust
I
you.
wouldn't use the word intense. I just thought it was good.
See, that the only thing that makes me nervous about that 99.9% of the time I trust you. But you also thought Man of Steel was good. So
Yeah, I loved it.
So that's where we diverge.
We diverge on the DC stuff for sure because I like Batman versus Superman too.
That movie
So-
was bad. But she was the best part.
Murph says Wonder Woman was really good, but I keep getting shit because I don't like every single thing about it. It's kind of like the whole thing with you, Mars, with Green Room. Remember?
Yeah, you don't like it enough.
Yeah, you liked it, but you didn't think it was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, God forbid you didn't fucking protest for fucking Ghostbuster to win Academy Award.
Joshua Libre says, "Yo, I cry at every Rocky movie too,
Thank you, Josh.
especially Apollo's death."
Yes! Stop the fight, Rock! Stop the fucking fight!
If he dies, he dies.
Julie Meow Meow
Yeah.
says Rocky leaves a robot to babysit his kid in Rocky 4.
Right?
Yeah, his uncle was extra. Yeah, it was good parenting.
Happy birthday, Polly.
Then the kid ages like 10 years in
I wanted that robot so bad, though, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that robot was awesome.
Stop the fight, Rock.
The robot.
Everyone's talking about the robot in the fucking chat room now. Oh shit!
You know what's gonna happen though? And somebody's gonna send a voicemail next week and and just be like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr."
Julie Meow Meow says the only 80s robot that I would let babysit is Johnny 5.
There you go, yeah.
Number 5 is alive.
What about Tweaky? Tweaky was responsible, and he had that fucking
Biggie.
Yeah, he had that fucking popcorn thing or they wore around his neck.
He was like the Flavor Flav of space.
Yeah,
All right, let me
Yeah, Buck.
let me continue on with Cecil's voicemail.
I would definitely recommend those movies. But Hammer, they're in color. And you know I like my share of tut tut, move along now. But the Hammer movies really do take their time. And I think the pace of a Hammer Mummy movie is summed up by a character in Curse of the Mummy, and he says they're lowering a sarcophagus, and he goes, "Gently, gently, gently now." You know, so I love Peter Cushing though, and I think he steals the show every movie he's in, and he's like super watchable.
I think
the Universal
Lee was
Mummy
an
movies
awesome
kind
mummy.
of, I think, even paved the way for Herschel Gordon Lewis, because like these Universal films are pretty bloodless, and then you get somebody like Fuad Ramses in Blood Feast coming along, and it just adds the gore. And Herschel kind of took away the plot, like the Egyptian stuff was just kind of like whatever. Let's just have gore, and I think that had an impact on horror clearly. And he's the godfather of gore, so all this more intense stuff followed. But it's cool to acclimate to that slowly. I feel like with a movie like Texas Chainsaw Massacre being famously almost goreless compared to what you think is happening, and I just thought that was like going from Psycho to Texas Chainsaw, and then then it's like you got to deal with The Exorcist, and then like I said, Italy. So gore is a factor. But back in the day, and for a kid, this is where, you know, Universal's Dracula may not be scary, and I apologize to Dynamo for differing as not being a Christopher Lee guy and being a Bela Lugosi guy myself, but I love the charm of that film. I find it to be a romantic fantasy, I guess. I don't know what it is, but it does have the visuals for me. I know it doesn't move a lot. It has more in common with a silent film. I happen to love silent films, so all of these movies have a close connection to that, which I like. So about the movie itself, right? I said it's not really a review. Mm-hmm. American Werewolf in London, there's a riff on that, because American Werewolf in London was a game changer, and I don't really mind, like, if you're going to reference that kind of comedic fantasy in your horror film, you're tipping your hat to the right film, at the very least. I think there's a bit of a nod to Hammer with old Eddie Hyde, and then there's Annabelle Wallace. I thought she did fine. What the fuck? You know, I don't know what people would expect from that role. It looked like fun to me. It looked like she did the work. I don't know what she did that offended everybody. Now I have to quote Jake from Cult of Muscle, because he was talking about, paraphrase Jake from Cult of Muscle, because he was talking about Rob Liefeld and people hating on the pouches, just pointing out that there's a ton of pouches in Rob Liefeld's artwork. And yeah, that's how I feel about Tom Cruise in this movie. It's like, yes, Tom Cruise is in this movie. And I'm curious, like, if you don't care about The Mummy in the first place and you think it's a waste of time, well, I mean, do you really care that Tom Cruise is in it? If they're not ruining anything for you, then I really don't think there is anything to lose.
Once the zero get up,
I
Cecil,
thought that this was a great weekend for the movies. You had Wonder Woman defeating The Mummy, rightfully. Woman versus woman. Cage match. Babyface versus the heel. Sorry, I think I just got possessed by some sort of wrestling demon. Oh, yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee. Cecil's awesome, dude.
Cecil, you brought the fucking thunder, man.
Yeah. Cecil, get your plane ticket and get a rockin' shock. Hey, shake your hand.
Yeah, we got rooms, dude. We're
Shake
good.
your hand.
People in the chat room are going nuts. Patsy's like, "Damn, Cecil, you know your stuff."
Yeah, he does.
And
he quoted two fucking luminaries.
Yeah. First time Mike says Cecil dropping some knowledge.
I often put over El Goro, and I mean it. Like, El Goro, I think, is the best film critic, maybe not in our community, but maybe one of the best film critics I've ever dealt with. But I don't know, and I'm not just saying this because I have sex with him. I don't know anyone more, like, I don't know if thoughtful is the word I'm looking for, but observant, thoughtful.
He's not an adulterer, Dynamo.
Then yeah, he is. Then we're both adults. Then Jakey Poo. He both those guys, CDR and Jake. But I feel like sometimes Jake says things that are so, whether it's like a convoluted thing that he just fucking cuts it to the quick, or like people being very unaware of how obvious they are. Like he's really, 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 really profoundly observant. And I'm a big fan of his musings on entertainment.
Yeah. All right. Lots of stuff going on in the chat room. This is fucking awesome. Murph says Blood Feast is in my top 10. That movie hits the perfect sweet spot of corniness and gore. Cecil says, oh, hell yeah, I wanted to refer to Wizard of Gore too. Julie Meow Meow says, man, that hammer hit in Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Meat Hook are still so brutal without any gore. Yeah. That's what... Is there any gore in that movie?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
No, there's a little bit of blood, smatterings of blood, but no gore.
Yeah. When it's like by like a fucking stray flashlight light when what's his name is getting fucking
Franklin,
chainsawed in the gullet.
And when you think back about that movie, I mean, obviously you guys have probably seen it dozens, if not hundreds of times. But after the first time you've seen it, or the first couple, you think back, you'd think it would be a bloody film, right?
What's intense, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's the key.
Well, exactly. No, it's a good observation.
The only film that I think does both like gore and kind of intense without being bloody is sometimes The Raid. Like The Raid does that sort of like, it does these weird pro wrestler moves that don't really work, but like the sound mix and the way it's like cut is like, holy fucking shit, like, you know, like, and then it also does dragging knives across people's bodies. So,
Dane Under says, I want the Dark Universe to succeed. I will give it a shot, just hoping for dumb fun.
Sure. I mean, I don't know, like, so if the Dark Universe is the third universe, right? Like, I don't know. There's well, I guess you have to count like the other fucking film company's shitty X-Men movies and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like it's an interesting time. Like there was something organic about the Marvel thing. You know, that lightning in a barrel, as Monster Zero would say, that nobody's been able to like kind of figure out why it was successful. You know,
I think it still goes back to, not to cut you off, but like it was, if Iron Man failed, it was a happy Easter egg, a happy nerd thing. Right. I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. Hulk did enough to get another one.
Right.
But it's to your point you said before, the marquee characters and marquee talent.
Right.
Building it, and then kind of like this could be a thing, and then crafting. And I really thought Thor was going to be the kind of deal breaker, the make or break. And they get Kenneth Branagh to do it. You know, the dude who does Shakespeare, do fucking Norse gods.
Sure.
You know, kind of thing. And they just haven't had a failure yet.
I mean, I don't know if this is a Marvel Disney thing or just indicative of like how we were I was talking about the Star Wars thing, and you know, Wonder Woman is going to go a long way in that sense. Like, I don't know that we would have got a Black Panther movie 10 years ago.
No, definitely not.
There was talk about. I mean, Wesley Snipes was attached to it. We got a Blade movie. If you want to take it back, was one of the first, you know, quote unquote.
Yeah, but they were.
It was also like a $30 to $40 million one, as opposed to like 150. You know,
still, they sold a lot of DVDs.
Yeah, but they removed it from like. Marv Wolfman wasn't even credited originally.
Well, that doesn't do with the success of the film.
They've also come a long way,
but
with crediting creators.
They, because of the way comics had fallen off and things like The Shadow and The Phantom and whatnot,
The Crow.
Yeah, they that wasn't like a comic book movie. Like that wasn't marketed as a
no.
You know what I mean? That
was
was
just a
like,
horror movie with a pseudo action hero.
Didn't have to be called any kind of movie. A movie's a movie. What section is in the video store? But that movie dropped and had 2 sequels and a TV series. So I mean, Blade and Blade sucks in the comics.
And I bet you Black Panther cost more than all that stuff. All 3 of those movies and the TV series. And the animated show.
But Snipes was rumored to be in Black Panther production for years.
Yeah, but why did it come out? Because it would cost $70 million to get made, and you don't make a $70 million film with an African American male in 1997. You don't. It doesn't.
Then make it smaller. Then make him.
But the point is that it wouldn't. That this movie wouldn't have got made. You get so offended when there's objectivity put up about like
I think the distinction is that
this is a lot of money.
How big it is and how much it costs wouldn't have happened.
Well, you also wouldn't have got an Ant-Man movie if some of the stuff hadn't happened.
Right.
What? Like, is that so absurd? Like, fucking Scott Lang. I like Scott Lang. Dynamo likes Scott Lang. Who the fuck knows who Scott Lang is?
Right.
Ant-Man's made. That's absurd to me. Rocket fucking Raccoon. So, yeah, you wouldn't have Rocket Raccoon back in 89.
But if you had asked me in 1989 if it was more likely to be an Ant-Man movie or a $70 million Black Panther movie, I would have said Ant-Man all day.
Absurd. Well, what's Ant-Man's budget? If you could take the budget out of the equation, would it?
But that's the important part. That's the part that you don't seem to understand is that they threw a ton of money at Wonder Woman. They never. Why didn't they make a Wonder Woman movie when there was still Superman movies dying and Batman was coming up? Because they didn't think anyone would go to a Wonder Woman movie because the industry is inherently sexist.
It is sexy.
And they didn't think they're not you can't do a Black Panther movie for free. He runs a fucking science fiction city in the middle of the jungle whose income is based on a rare science fiction fucking metal. That's not right there. That fucking through line is like $6 million more than Blade.
Well, you can't make certain movies without a budget. You can't make Avengers without a budget.
Yeah, but they're all white dudes.
Oh, whatever, man. It's a fucking movie.
But that's the point that I'm making.
It flies against your argument about Wonder Woman and how Tom Cruise isn't even a woman, let alone a wonder.
No, but
So
I'm
how
not
is that
mad.
different?
I'm not mad that The Mummy came out. I'm not upset that it came out at all. I was
This is
excited
why we
that
can't
it
have
came out.
nice things. You know what?
No.
I want no more movies at all. No comic book movies, nothing.
That's what I said last week.
You know what? I'm fucking with you. I'm with you. We're fucking done.
It's because you guys are arguing.
But no,
You can't
Joss
handle it.
Whedon. Fuck Joss Whedon. Stay off of Justice League.
You
It's not
get
coming out.
when we were talking about the woman thing a couple weeks ago, you're so quick to defend that there's not an inequality there when there's so obviously all these inequalities there.
Or you could look for what's positive.
But that doesn't help the inequality of the issue at all. I can look for positive that Donald Trump doesn't live in my house, but that doesn't make Donald Trump go away.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just fucking tired of it, dude. Sometimes it's just a fucking movie.
But that's not the way. That's
It's not-
easy. I mean, I could say that too, but I grew up. I mean, if I grew up right now, my nephew has a fucking army full of Caucasian Avengers.
What are you gonna do? I don't know. You know what? I mean, in real life, I sit in manager meetings. What I'm gonna do tomorrow in a room full of 30 people.
Right.
In a management team.
Right.
There are 3 men in that room, and I'm the lowest one on that tier. Every boss I've had has been a woman. And I come from a matriarchal society, or a family structure. Yeah, I was born on Themyscira.
You grew up on the Evolution Island.
I could never really get on land. I had to stay on the rock.
Yeah.
He's with Seaman.
He was a fucking Morlock living underneath.
I was too hairy for Paradise Island. It's like that Italian girl's got to go. But whatever, man. So sometimes I'm just tired of the fucking the important. It's a fucking. Be happy these things exist. Could it happen in 89? Well, it didn't. It fucking didn't. We got the Rocketeer. Batman drops. 1989. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking yell!
Do you think
Tim Burton's Batman dropped in 89? What we get as a follow-up is Dick Tracy. Then we get the Rocketeer. Then we get the Shadow. And then we get whatever the fuck. Maybe Darkman. Characters that nobody knows, and they were shitty takes on it. Did it take this long to find the right take? Well, I guess it did. Be happy they have the right take. And there's money going around.
Right.
Or we get Captain America with fucking, who's the guy, the book you like, that hit away? Salinger. Salinger's son from Revenge of the Nerds 1 was in the pulling Captain America movie that went right to video. That we got.
The corner
shitty.
one.
Yeah, Punisher. Punisher. Dolph Lundgren, direct to video.
That
They were
movie's fucking
shite.
awesome, though.
It is awesome, but still, overall, Roger Corman, Fantastic Four.
that movie's terrible?
Those are marquee characters. Didn't have the budget, didn't have the right take. We have the right takes now.
Patsy says, "Whatever man is the worst superhero."
But first of all, the point is that it's easy for you to say that it's cool that those things existed, that Darkman existed, that Dick Tracy existed, because you can see yourself in all those characters.
But they weren't a risk.
Like my.
So the thing
right.
is, those movies weren't a risk. They were $10 million maybe.
Right.
But now there's a difference between a big summer tentpole film and a potentially direct-to-video film.
The two Jamaican kids that I grew up with, that I lived in the house with, didn't have any superhero movies that they could see themselves in.
That's the thing. Rain Shadow, we all have our own take. I think that's the thing that because you're kind of like, well, whatever, man, because like people can there's something for everybody. But that's not always necessarily true. There has never been a big budget superhero film led by a female character like this, like Wonder Woman. There has never been a big budget, huge film like Black Panther. These are our firsts that are happening now because you know what, like even because of the superhero boom, whether you like it, you love it, or you're indifferent,
or you hate it,
it's there, it's happening, and there's good things happening among it. Whether or not you like the films, it is pushing things forward finally.
Right, which never had happened before. Like when we had Izzy on, like look in addition to that, for better or worse, like I don't care what you have between your legs or what color you are, or I only care the quality of your art. But I guess that this was also directed by a woman. So that, again, is pushing things in a direction, because that just generally doesn't happen. Like, Hollywood doesn't throw millions of dollars at women filmmakers.
This is going to be one of, if it's not already close, it's going to be one of the highest grossing films directed by a woman. It was already the first one to break 100 million domestically in its first weekend by a woman director, which it shouldn't be. It should just be like, hey, this director did awesome, not that Patty Jenkins is a woman. It's just should be, hey, this was a great movie by a great director.
Right.
That's what it should be, but it's not, because we're not there yet.
I don't think we'll ever be there, personally, because what's going to happen is that one of these are going to, like, the difference of, like, how many shitty, and they've all been shitty, in my opinion, for the most part. Every fucking last one, to some degree, has been mediocre at best. But how many fucking Batman movies can you put out with, like, varying returns, and they're still going to put out Batman movies? I don't think Black Panther, or even Wonder Woman, who should, because there hasn't been a Wonder Woman movie. Like, like, I don't think she's ever sold the numbers, but she's, like, been, like, and I looked it up. Like, you were 100% right. She's been, with the exception of when it stopped in the Crisis and after the 52 right away.
For the bridge.
Yeah, she's been forever. Like, think about, like, a character that's been going longer that hasn't got a movie. Why hasn't she got a movie? Because they didn't think it would sell. And it's a story that you can't really tell without a degree of money. I mean, the Wonder Woman I like, you probably could. But, at the end of the day, what's important here is that this is happening. It's sort of happening for the wrong reason, for disingenuous reasons, but that's how the machine runs. Like, you can have, like your car's not going to run without oil. Your car's not going to run without gas. And these are the things that make Hollywood run, is money. If Wonder Woman failed, we wouldn't have got a fucking another Wonder Woman. And they might have even fucking thought twice about putting out Black Panther.
All right, real quick, let me just catch up on the chat room. Cecil says Bride of Frankenstein sounds great, upcoming, directed by Bill Condon.
Oh, they're skipping to Bride of Frankenstein?
Yeah, which is fucking weird, yeah. Dane Under says, love Frankenstein, especially the one with De Niro.
I don't like that one.
Cecil calls Jake the man with the X-ray eyes.
Yeah, I agree. That's well said.
Murph said, let's see, so much I can't keep up because people keep typing. Yeah. First time Mike says, I hope the Dark Universe has that 70s DC Marvel horror comic vibe, but who knows? Creepy Girl wants us to open presents. Julie Meow Meow says, ooh, presents. Dane Under says, great voicemail to Cecil.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
One of the fucking best voicemails.
Yeah, it was great. Cecil says, thank you. I appreciate that. I love to talk horror. Julie Meow Meow says, oh yeah, Murph, that's right. And I think they attach actual meat to his leg to slice through in the end scene at the end when of Texas Chainsaw, when the the chainsaw
When
goes.
the
through his leg.
chainsaw falls on his leg.
Yeah, he had like.
It's
a
like I
stake
think
under
it's like
his
a
leg.
thing in some metal. Like that's why there's like a kind of like a spark.
Yeah.
Speaking of comics, and I just want to feel like I'm probably the only one here in Monster Zero knows. Do you know they were putting out a Defenders comic?
Yeah, it came out today.
Yeah, they sent it to me. Like I had no idea. Like I
As a present?
yeah. Sometimes the comic people send me things supposedly to look at and talk about on the radio, but I don't.
No, good.
Because I'm bad at things.
Julie Meow Meow says, when I was in second grade, I had to be Breathless Mahoney on the playground after Dick Tracy came out. It sucked.
Right. I mean, it's totally true. Like, we talked about the A-Team. Who did you get to be in the A-Team? My friend Emily Bautis had to be the fucking reporter.
Yeah. Dane says, I'm not a comics guy and never really thought about this, but the fact that it has taken this long is messed up. I seen Wonder Woman the other day and liked it. The last third was great. It's not really my thing, but I enjoyed it.
I don't even know if I'll see it. I'll be honest. Like, people liking it makes me want to see it, but like, I don't like. This has nothing to do with Wonder Woman, but like, Thor has already made me sick of like, kind of. I don't know. Like I don't like.
Just go fucking just see it.
I don't like mythology in my movies, and I don't like I don't like fucking Warner Brothers movies either.
Julie Meow Meow says,
Lethal Weapon.
Mars, you sitting? Brace yourself. She says, Blue Beast or Booster Gold JLI era film, please.
Whoa. Slow it down. Say that again slowly. Hey, you say that more sexier, John.
Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, JLI era film, please.
No, that's not sexy. What you said.
It was a little sexy. It was kind of a scope.
Is there a little movement?
Yeah.
I'm going to read an email now.
Julie, there's room at Raven Shadow's house at Rocket Show.
Oh, Jesus. She's married.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bring him. Or her. Bring them. Bring both.
All right, we got an email from Coop.
Wow.
From Coop. Well, I can't
I bet
wait.
Coop agrees with me, even though you guys don't.
I can't wait to hug
What?
this.
I
I
want
can't wait to
everything.
hug this dude in 2 weeks.
I'm not hugging him.
He's not coming.
He says, "Happy birthday to two very special boys, Wolfie. I'll give you your gift in Long Beach after Mars takes his Geritol and passes out his Geritol."
He's got some boobs.
He's got some firm.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Mars?
What?
He says Coop's going to give me my birthday present in Long Beach after you take your Geritol and pass out.
Wow. Well, I just got the second base with Monster Zero on camera.
And then he also says, "Holy shit, this is a scoop of the lifetime."
What?
P.S. Wonder Woman is greater than Okada versus Omega 2.
He doesn't say that.
Look, Wonder Woman, the greater than symbol. Okada Omega 2.
I think he made a mistake.
No. Holy shit, Coop.
He
That's a
didn't see,
scoop
he
of a
didn't see Wonder
lifetime.
Woman. His
All
tie
right.
was on too tight.
Let's see. We had... I think we got a voicemail from him, but he also sent an email, so let me read this real quick. It's from our buddy Slagoth. He says, "Dear Monster Zero and Johnny Wolfenstein, fuck everybody else. I want to wish you both a happy birthday and thank you guys. You are amazing and have been a big inspiration in my life. Continue on with your awesome superpowers. I love you both, and take no shit from these fucking swine." Thanks. Slagoth.
I hear that, man.
Wait.
Thank you.
Who's swine? Is he telling us swine?
You guys are the swine.
Yeah, I'm not saying what Cabal Corner, that's for sure. No,
All right.
wait till it's changed to Corny's Corner.
Since we were just talking about Wonder Woman, let's play a voicemail from our buddy Nick, who saw it.
What's up, kids? It's Nick. I saw a movie in theaters. Thought I'd give you guys a review because I really, really enjoyed it.
One of my OTC
Now,
voicemails.
I know I've gone on the bandwagon of saying, I hate comic book movies and this and that, and but you can't get away from them. Nothing gets released. It's all comic book movies. So if you want to go see something new, it's probably gonna be a comic book movie. Now, I think I'm done with Marvel. I'm gonna put it that way. I'm just nothing they're putting out has been interesting me. I'm more of a DC fan anyway.
Ugh.
You got the Batman, Superman, stuff like that. So everyone was going Wonder Woman, amazing, Wonder Woman, amazing, and I thought she was good in Batman v Superman. The little bit she was in there, the trailers look good. So I went and saw this, and I really loved it. I give this an A-. It's a nearly perfect film except for some stuff that happens at the end. And I mean, perfect is, I hate saying that. That's why I hate rating films now. I really do, because it's like, whatever. But no, I really liked it. I thought the action was great. I thought Gal Gadot was fantastic. She totally owned this role. Yeah, I had no problems with it. I had a lot of fun. Lots of fun action. I liked her little crew. I thought Chris Pine was very good. I love stuff set in, like, this wasn't World War II, this was World War I, but I love stuff set in, like, World War times, any of the World Wars. So yeah, just very good, very fun. I was really psyched for Justice League now. And like, people say, oh, he's not directing it, or they're not directing it, so middle.
I just pictured Nick in a fucking tornado.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Go downstairs, Nick.
Go in the basement.
Get in the tub.
Yeah.
Crouch down.
Fetal position, buddy. We don't want you blown away.
Tape the
Be
windows.
better now. That doesn't matter. I mean, these things are a machine. They get passed between 15 different producers before this thing even gets to see a test screening. So, like, it doesn't matter anymore, like, who's attached to these things. It's a complete shame for Zack Snyder, man. It's terrible what happened to him. But, people are complaining that Joss Whedon's doing it. Whatever, who cares? It looks fun.
Why are they complaining?
And I'm sorry, Dynamo, but Momoa looks awesome as Aquaman. I mean, finally make Aquaman look cool. Like, he looks like a badass. And I think he's got some really...
Sorry to interrupt, Nick. When people say finally making Aquaman look cool, they've never read the comic.
Yeah.
Right. Or read Peter David when had
Peter
that.
David's awesome comic.
The
And
Gladiator
Geoff
look.
Jones one, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't like, what I don't like when Momoa does? I don't like when he fucking jacks his forearm like a gun. He jumps up and punches people. I don't like that.
All right, there's just 10 more seconds left here.
Gonna have some funny lines. So, yeah, I want to see Justice League. I guess DC is cooking up something good for me now. So, thanks. Bye.
Cool, Nick. Thanks, man. I appreciate your thoughts, and I'm glad you dug the film, and I'm glad you are still giving superhero movies a shot after you were unsure if you're going to continue to follow.
I'm mad at Raven Shadow, and I'm mad at Coop. I got no partners in this world.
Julie Meow Meow says, I have all of the JLI and JLE. Mars, get that copy of La La Land away from your crotch.
No, I'm being nice. I'm not saying things about stuff.
Yeah, but that look in your face.
What's your favorite story, Julie? Tell me.
All right, Julie. He wants to know your favorite story from JLI or JLE or both.
Same
thing. Yeah.
Now that the omnibus that I had to buy for the fucking third time to get one more issue than I had all together.
The Bwahaha era.
Yeah.
Dane says, Mars, that's what threw me. Mythology mixed with the real world of World War I.
See, now I love World War I shit. I created a whole role-playing game that we play every week based in an alternate reality World War I.
There you go. Julie says, but not after it turns into JLA.
I don't do
That's when she
role-playing
stopped.
games. I fucking hate people.
Cecil says, Dr. Poison, Mars. Huh? Dr. Poison.
Wonder Woman villain.
I don't like Wonder Woman villains.
Her villains are not very good.
Cheetah, Silver Swan. I know shit.
I don't like.
Yeah, but they're not very good. So
Cheetah and the giant one. I don't like, actually.
Oh, Giganta or some shit.
The Flash and Batman should really let their rogues gallery go to other characters. Like share the wealth, right?
You know what's funny
Fair.
though? The Flash. I was thinking about it today because there was an article where everybody always says Batman and Spider-Man had the best rogues galleries, and I was like, what about the Flash?
Yeah,
it's not that deep.
Sure it is.
Like they show up and it's those four guys.
No.
Yeah.
No, you go for the Ginger Wally. You get all the Captain Cold, Boomerang, Weather Wizard, Heat Wave, Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom's fine.
The Top, fair.
Top's bad.
Dr. Alchemy.
I like him.
All the other Speed Force like Reverse Flash. Oh, you said
Dr.
Professor Zoom. Yeah.
Girder.
Black
Tar Pit.
Flash.
Gerda, not good. Gerda, not good. Weather Wizard, okay. Heat Wave, not good.
Grodd.
Grodd is good. That's what I was thinking. But I mean, look at...
Abracadabra.
But look at Abracadabra. Look at Batman's rogue gallery. Like when you start getting like 4 or 5 deep, you're not at fucking abracadabra. That's for sure.
Julie says, "Cooey cooey, yo."
Yeah.
These two, they're justified right now.
Like a mug.
All right, it is 11:58 while we're recording this, so I want MZ to open up his present because it's still his birthday. Go ahead, MZ.
All right, here we
While you do, I'm going to actually play the voicemail we got from Corny because I
right.
don't know if it relates to it, but let's listen to it. It's only 10 seconds.
Hey guys, this is Evil Corny. I'm just calling to wish MZ and Wolfie a happy birthday. So happy birthday. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks so much, Corny. And seriously, like, he sent us a package last week with presents wrapped inside of it. Fucking awesome.
Corny.
Cornball. Dude. This is awesome.
Oh, wow. Holy shit, that's great.
This is awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Tell everyone what it is,
have
MZ.
to do it. It's brown paper wrapping. Oh, this.
Yes.
It
What was inside?
A pop figure of Godzilla.
Oh, that's a big one, too.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, it glows in the dark, too.
Oh, it does?
You're going to be scared
Nice.
tonight.
All right.
That's fucking awesome, Corny.
Cornball, thanks so much, man. That's awesome of you. That's really, really awesome. You didn't have to do that. Thank
That's
you
really
very,
fucking nice.
Very awesome. Thank
Seriously,
you very,
yeah.
very, very, very much. I love him already.
All right.
Look what I got. It's not even my birthday.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's better yet, if you can believe that.
Murph says, if I remember correctly, Universal picked up the movie rights to Namor a couple of years before Fox, and Sony snatched up their properties. Supposedly it's not defaulted back, but there is some kind of restriction where if they made a movie, they would have to pay Universal a penalty. At the same time, Namor's close connection to the Fantastic Four gives Fox a partial claim to the character. On top of that, somehow another company partial has claims to the rights as well over the name or some shit. It's fucking...
That's why I'm surprised Panther got a pass, because he came from FF.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
glad.
not sure, yeah.
I'm glad,
yeah.
but he, technically by the rules, same way Silver Surfer was an FF character. I don't know.
All right, let's see.
Well, it must have been marked out, I guess. So mad at everybody.
No, not
Cecil
you.
says the Rogues Gallery of DC is very similar to the Universal monsters for me. Patsy says Flash has the worst villain names. Corny and Julie Meow Meows are talking about where they get their comics because they're from Alabama.
Yeah.
Dane says I'm like MZ sitting back just listening with nothing to add when they're talking comics. It's all good though. I think MZ might fall asleep.
I'm getting close.
I touched his tots.
Get the fuck away from me.
All right, so now it is midnight. So it is my birthday, and I'm going to go ahead and open up a present from Corny. I
hope it's cheese.
I got 2. Let's see. Whoa. Holy shit.
What is it? Oh.
It's a... I'm trying not to have the tape rip the box here. It is a Slave 1 Hot Wheels Starship.
Oh, shit. I was just looking at those today. Not gold, though. Why is it gold?
I don't know.
Because it's his birthday.
That's fucking awesome.
That is pretty sweet.
So, for folks not in the know, this is Boba Fett's ship, the Slave 1, who Boba Fett is certainly one of my favorite characters in Star Wars mythology. That's awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
That is cool.
Thank you, Corny, man. That's fucking great. Let me see what number 2 is.
Ooh.
All right, got another present here. It is a box.
Living in a box.
The box. You opened it, we
Whoa.
can. Oh, shit. Look at that.
Doubling down on the Boba Fett. I got a
Fill
fucking
that up with non-dairy creamer.
a Boba Fett pop ceramic mug.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is awesome.
That is super cool, man.
Put your juice in that.
I can.
Wow.
Juice, water,
Yeah.
almond milk.
No, almond milk goes through you like a laser.
Soy
beam.
milk?
You know what my new thing is? I put I mix my drinks when I do Punch Farm or the Cult of Muscle or when I was on Cromcast. I mix my drinks in a mug now.
That's really fucking cool, Corny. Thank you so much.
They get all cold with the
Thanks
ice.
a lot, Corny.
You did not have to do that, but I can't thank you enough, buddy.
I hope we get to hang out with Corny sometime.
And not for nothing, I did get a little love from Slaygoth. Some posters over here if we want to show Johnny. Yeah.
Oh, posters?
Yeah. So, Kelly Jones' Dead Man miniseries a couple years back.
I love Dead Man. That's super cool, man.
Definitely kind of a dark, scarier take on the character.
Yeah, I love Kelly Jones.
Yeah.
This is so cool. This is like definitely Bernie inspired. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so cool.
And as dope as that one is, this one I remember seeing in every house ad as a kid. And the image, Dynamo knows this image very well. From the Neil Adams series.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Which is basically dead man
So
standing
cool.
over his dead body.
Dead self.
Just screaming in pain. And what Neil Adams does, I mean, everything well, but he draws characters, like, in pain the best. And the emotionality.
The emotionality is
Isn't that a word?
flowing.
One of my favorite. Like, I don't know.
This is super cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
Such a fucking incredible Batman artist, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you, Slaygoth.
Those are way
thanks
cool,
so
man.
much, Slaygoth. Slaygoth, I'm running out of wall room. I'm gonna have to build a new wing.
Speaking of Slaygoth, we actually did get a voicemail from the man.
Happy birthday, Monster Zero and Jody fucking Wolfenstein! Happy birthday, motherfuckers! Auto Man theme song. You're old enough to remember this shit.
Oh, man.
1983 Auto Man, right?
Wait, is this... This is scary. Oh, my God. This is so scary, guys.
Stop playing it!
This is worse than that fucking other one.
I'm already
Oh my
mad at
God.
you.
Oh, shut up.
Just for that, Raven Shadow, I'm not giving you a ride home.
Dumbasses.
Happy birthday, dudes. I fucking love you.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, man.
I'm scared. We shall sleep.
Slaygoth, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. It means a lot that you'd take the time to
Yeah.
call in and leave us a fucking great voicemail.
Yeah, thanks a lot, dude.
Thanks, buddy. It's hilarious. All right, we got a bunch. Holy shit, we got so many. All right, we better burn through these. Let's keep the chatter down to a minimum and let's play a bunch of these. Let's hear from our boy from down under Dane. Published author Dane.
What's up, Trick or Treat family?
Yeah.
As first time Mike says, it's your boy Dane Under from
Dane.
Down Under. G'day, mate. I'm from Australia, and what I'm gonna do is stick my thumb up MZ's butthole and say, "Happy birthday, motherfucker!" There you go. There's another little Australian reference for you South Park fans. I'm gonna have to retire that shit. Fair income. Just want to say happy birthday to MZ, and don't worry about having your birthday on Trump's birthday. As long as you're not getting pegged by a gold dildo, you'll be fine. Now, I haven't done a voicemail for a long time. So, congrats on congrats on getting to 250 episodes. Just want to say I'm still listening, still enjoy the show. Today, I usually work on a Thursday. I have a regular job I do and got cancelled today, so haven't got really much going on, so I thought I might try and go into the chat group.
Yeah.
Or whatever you call it. Today and watch live, which I very rarely get to do. I just wanted to share with you guys the 3 most horrifying things I've had happen in my life lately was... excuse me. One of them was hearing about Johnny Wolfenstein's story about taking the bag full of comic book ideas and getting his bag stolen.
Oh,
Said he was about 5 years worth of writing.
Yeah, it sucked.
Man, that's a real life horror story. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. It must have been devastating, but probably like after, if you ever want to pick it up again, that's probably the work you've done. You probably get better after the first couple of years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The other most horrifying thing I've ever seen was in the last year or so was MZ laughing so hard at his own joke that he actually passed out. And if you go back and watch, because I was listening to the audio, and so I went back and watched it. I found the same time frame, watched that on the YouTube, and it was actually quite disturbing, but I'm sure like the guys will never let you live it down, MZ. But if you think about it, it's quite an achievement, really. Like you should be proud of that, man. The other most horrifying thing was just the mental image of Michael Ravenshadow sitting in his womb chair. I'm sorry to give you that image, but yeah, man. That was messed up.
Womb chair.
Just want to say shout out to Mars, my man. Thanks for waking me up all the time. Because sometimes I'll listen to a podcast as I'm falling asleep, and then if Angry Mars turns green, and I don't want to make fun of him, but you know what happens then, and then his voice wakes me up again. I have to turn it off. Johnny, thanks for always being a cool dude. You guys always cop some flack off someone, except for Johnny, because he's such a nice guy. But I'm gonna say
I get my share sometimes.
I can't believe you don't collect physical media, man. That's fucked up, man. Like, like no Predator Blu-ray or something.
No.
Come on, the Alien series. You got to do something, man. Come on. All right, boys. All the best and have a great show. I'll see you later.
See you, buddy.
What a good fucking voicemail, Dane.
Yeah.
We'll always love hearing from you, buddy. And really appreciate you taking the time. Everyone, once again, go check out Dane's book on Kindle. Look for Dane Riley. The Curtain in the Corner. I always fuck it up. What? The Curtain in the Corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cabal in the Corner.
The Cabal in the Corner.
The Cabal in the Cornrows. We're not sure what it's called, but buy it. It's really good. Dane.
From Dane. Yep.
From Dane and Slegoth. Artwork cover. Dope. Australian.
So thank you so much, buddy, and we appreciate that. And he sent a follow-up email and said, "Hey, Johnny, sorry, my bad, but happy birthday to you, buddy. I forgot to say it in the voicemail." No problem, man. Thank you for taking time just to write back and say that. I appreciate it. All right, now let's move on. Let's stay in the country of Australia. What do you say? Let's hear from our buddy, Drive Jacket Mark.
There you go.
Hey, guys, it's Drive Jacket Mark here. I'm calling in, haven't called in, haven't watched the show in a while. I've been working and I've been misbehaving, I guess. I'll give you a big update. So, yeah, a couple of weeks ago I got picked up by this woman at my house and I got driven to this other house, and then it was a complete blackout for me.
Oh my God.
And I woke up in the morning and I was in a garage and there was a hole in the roof and there was tools everywhere and there was pieces of like machinery and bikes and all this weird shit.
What?
And apparently this was the house of a woman I work with, and there was this hole in the roof and there was mold all over it and there was water dripping down, and I sent a picture to Corny straight away, like, because I needed support. And he gave me a little bit of support, and then I called my friend on Facebook, and we did a tour of the house on video. I showed him everything, and it was garbage, and you know. So yeah, and then obviously I went straight to the fridge at that point and got some drinks.
Yeah, of course.
And the girls woke up, and then they were like, "Oh,
wait, the girls woke up.
We'll drive you home now, buddy, but why are you drinking at 7:00 in the morning?"
What are you gonna do?
And I said, "Well, because you two animals were out of control last night, but I've got no idea actually what they were doing, but I would just say that to make me feel better about myself." And they said, "Yes, we were." It's awesome. And then I had a work party. We had a work party about a boss of mine going away.
did that
She was
night, I
leaving. She's going to work at another company I used to work for. And, God. So I went to the work party, and a person who drinks, when you're around other people who don't drink, you look like an alcoholic. So I'm just tossing down beers. I'd already had half a carton of beer before I went to the party. They picked me up. We're in the car. I play a voicemail from Corny saying, "Please look after my friend." And they all have a laugh. And then I get to the party, drunk as hell, drink another whatever many drinks I drink, and then I black out again. And it's amazing. They've got footage of me. They've been taking cameras of me. Apparently, the life of the party. And I've told them, you ever show that video to me, I will sue you for bullying. So you keep that to yourself. You know, it's sick. And then, this is the other best one. This is the great story. I had a woman turn up the other day at my house. I was down at the dog park playing with the dogs, and I get a message saying, "Where are you?" And I said, "Well, why do you need to know?" And she said, "Because I'm at your house." And I said, "Well, I'm elsewhere, and I can't tell you where I am, but you need to leave my house straight away because I don't like surprise visits." And she's going, I love a surprise visit. No, you don't. No, you don't. And it took about an hour. I stayed at the dog park until after dark. I couldn't even throw the ball anymore because the dogs couldn't see it. And I had to eventually say, I live with a police officer, and his recommendation was that I call the police and have you removed. And then she had the audacity to say, "How dare you do this to me?" Well, I've done it. And I didn't even have to try. Right, boys, leave your doors unlocked, and I will say happy birthday to you, MZ. Happy birthday for you, Jesse. Today in my world, but tomorrow in your world. And catch you around. Could be a while before I get in contact with you again. I don't know. I've got a strange work schedule at the moment. All right. Love you guys.
I don't think it's the work schedule, brother. I think
right.
It's the other aspects of the life. Maybe
as interesting as they are, you know.
Maybe you should stop locking your doors.
Corny says, "I got that picture and thought Mark was going to get murdered."
Beck is so much better behaved.
And Julie says, "Geez, everything really is dangerous in Australia."
I know, and it's not even the animals; it's the people.
It's the people.
He ends up in a lot of bad apartments.
I'll tell you what, though. I had one of those situations where, like, I woke up and there was the guy to girl ratio was in my favor, and I had no recollection of what happened. It's lost to the annals of time.
If your pants were off, it was a good time.
I feel your pain.
Not always.
I didn't have anything on, but I was definitely in the bathroom naked.
Dane says, "I need to hang with Mark, get drunk, and pick up his scraps."
I think we should all do that.
All right.
Hey, Wolfie,
Yeah,
I got to blow out of here. There's
What?
there's something going on at the house.
I know what it's not.
I know it's that.
I know it's definitely not that, but there's something going on.
Oh
at
man,
the
there's a
house.
bunch more voicemails.
I
for
know. I want to hear them, but she's freaking out right now.
you. About what? Read the text.
I'm not reading my text to you.
No, not to me.
I'll read it.
To everyone else.
No, I'm not. Yeah, reading everybody. Okay, but seriously, I gotta blow.
Well, you're not gonna get blown, so.
All right, buddy. Good luck.
All right.
All right,
Sorry. Anybody who's wishing me a happy birthday, I thank you very much. Corny, you're awesome. You didn't have to do it, but you did it. Thank you very much. I love you. I love all you guys. Arrivederci, douchebags.
I like when Alexander does it better. All right. Well, I was about to play a greeting for MZ, but I'll go ahead and play it anyways.
Well, I can have time for that.
Yeah, I got time for that. All right. This is from First Time Mike.
Evening Trick or Treat family, this is First Time Mike. How's everybody doing? Right now I want to send some birthday wishes to my good friend Monster Zero. Happy birthday, you old bastard. Oh wait, we're about the same age. Forget I said that. No, in all seriousness, I don't really
Monster Zero
chat
bailed
on the
when he
show
found out it wasn't
or
a
comment
lady.
much on what Monster Zero says. I more stick with Raven Shadow and Mars, but I do respect your opinion, Monster Zero. We do have some differences on stuff. I mean, you like the Mondo stuff way more than I do. But you've gotten to do a lot of things that I only dreamed about when I was a kid reading Fangoria. I mean, you got to, make movies with your friend, and you got to meet a lot of, like, the stars of both American and Euro horror that I only dreamed of having a chance to meet. I mean, hell, you got to pal around with Catriona McCall and the lovely Geretta. I mean, I was truly jealous. And you had Giovanni Lamberto Radici hitting on you.
Yes.
Okay, that's neither here nor there, but hey, if you got it, you got it, man. Also, yes, I have to admit, I am a Transformers fan as well. Not so much the action figures, because I never had the room, but I always did enjoy the cartoon. And more so Generation 1, because I always thought that was a great mix of space opera and transforming robots, and it really had a rich storyline, which has continued on for 30 plus years in all different incarnations. And even that first one that we were introduced to has survived multiple remakes and such. I have decided that if you were a Transformer, you would be a Triple Changer, who would be called a Horror Show, and your other forms would be a hearse and a Robot Vulture.
Wow.
And it would be, I don't know if you'd be Autobot or Decepticon, you can choose. And I also don't know if Art Bradish's didn't have a delivery truck. I would say you'd be an Art Bradish delivery truck, but I do not know if they have one or not. But happy birthday, Monster Zero. I wish you all the best. Take care. This is First Time Mike saying goodbye. Happy birthday, MZ. You rock. Bye.
Wow, that was fucking awesome. He would be fucking Horror Show. That was amazing. First Time Mike. And I know that obviously MZ had something important going on. I'll
Guys,
make
we
sure.
gotta get him divorced.
I'll make sure that MZ hears
Should we
that.
make this happen? I got like real life shit going on at home, and like I don't get a text saying I gotta come home.
Drive Jacket Mark said the kitten shit everywhere. Dane says, I left my front door open and all that happened was I got cold draft coming through. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Oh, shit. All right, so let's continue to get through these. And let's stick with First Time Mike, because he sent me a voicemail as well.
What's up, Trick or Treat family? This is First Time Mike. How's everybody doing? Well, looks come the midnight hour, there'll be another birthday at hand, and that's for our very own Johnny Wolfenstein, the cheap pencil pusher and media head for Trick or Treat Radio and the Deadads, among other podcasts going on and former. But I know him also as Johnny, the really cool dude. I mean, Johnny, without saying, you are the glue that holds this show together. You try to rein it in, when there's disagreements or there's laughs or all sorts of chaos going on. You seem to be just a strong center where all the things going around just go around you, and you try to rein everything in. I mean, you throw jabs as good as you get, but all in all, you're the center of the storm, and you make it entertaining to listen to every week. all of us here, listening and stuff. No, Johnny's just a really cool guy. He's really nice on Facebook. If something comes up with your voicemails, he'll let you know. I know he's done that to me once or twice about if my voicemail didn't go with the, with my email but he's just a real, genuine dude. And it's always good hearing you on other podcasts. Your fantasy baseball podcast is pretty good. I've enjoyed each season of it. And the fact that, you guys, this podcast, think of all the podcasts because, you and, you and Dynamo decided to do this podcast and then with everybody else. And look at what has sprung from all of your work. It's all the hours where you're putting stuff together or, putting it out there. Different podcasts, different websites. It's all there, and you're one of the pillars of it. I know you're probably really, you don't want to say it, and you're too modest to, but you are just one of the pillars of this community, in my opinion, and I think a lot of other people's too. Johnny, happy birthday to you. All the best. You're a really great guy. This is First Time Mike. Wishing everybody a good night, and just whatever you're drinking, both alcoholic or not, just tip one to Johnny and MZ. Happy birthday, guys. Bye.
Thanks, First Time Mike. That was super sweet of you, buddy. And you certainly didn't have to say any of it, but you did, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much, man. And
hear what he said, Raven Shadow? We're pillars of this community.
That's nice. Yeah, we're very solid.
I don't think he said pillar about Raven Shadow.
I think he did.
Yeah, I did. I heard it. That's why we were having cake to celebrate.
Yeah, we're very excited.
All right. Well, let's hear from J-Mac, as Raven Shadow referred to him. Jeremy McFarland
Try something new. They don't always work.
From the Atomic Age Media and from and from Cabal Corner. Let's hear from Jeremy.
Hey, Trick or Treat Radio.
Hey, buddy.
It's Jeremy. I want to call in real quick before I do the usual thing, working out, playing with the kiddo and all that stuff, to wish Jesse and MZ a very happy birthday. I hope you guys have a great one. I'm sorry I can't send you guys a present, but I think the best present I got is my love. And I'm sending my love to you guys.
More than enough.
I hope you guys have a great show and a great time celebrating your birthdays. I love you both. Bye.
Thanks, Jeremy. Seriously,
I'm so jealous that you're getting that love right now, and I'm not.
No. I will take just someone just tuning in to the show, sharing it with someone, taking the time to send us a voicemail. That is more than enough. That's better than presents. Seriously.
Can Dynamo and I have your? I'm gonna put something in this mug tomorrow.
Corny, they're stealing my shit.
No, thank you, Corny.
I think that the slave one is much better than love.
Yeah. I had love, and I'm good with this.
You're good with the Boba Fett.
Boba Fett's gonna stay.
No, because you named your fucking car Boba Jetta.
That's why I need it.
You don't get it.
Sucks.
All right. I don't know who this one's from. This one came in kind of late. Let's take a listen.
Yo, what's going on? It's the one and only Jim Smith, a.k.a. Teal, a.k.a. Back to the Future Freak. Hey, I just wanted to say happy birthday to you guys. Hope you're kicking ass on Trick or Treat Radio and having a good time tonight. Awesome. You guys are the best. Have fun and keep partying. Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Jim fucking Smith, yo.
You know what we got to do?
What?
We got to show Smitty Kushida.
Oh, yeah. He'd love Kushida.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He'd love it. Finisher moves the Back to the Future, and he wears that fucking vest.
The hoverboard. Yeah. Fucking awesome. No, thank you, Jim Smith. That was great. I cannot wait to see you in October, man. I'm so excited for that. All right. We got one from Murph.
Hey guys, it's Murph. I was just calling in because I was rifling through my collection of 1970s Nazi rape revenge cannibal porn, and it reminded me that it is Monster Zero's birthday. Happy birthday, Monster Zero! And happy extremely late birthday to Dynamo Mars, and also extremely late 250 I fucking suck. How much do I suck?
No, you don't.
But
No.
I'm sorry I haven't said anything in a while. You know, I'm
250
still
what?
listening. I listen to you guys at work every week, so you know I'm still around, hiding in the shadows, lurking beneath your bed, stealing your pornography.
Hey, give it back.
It's a pretty bad habit, but it's what I do.
That's why my stretch
Anyways,
holes went.
love you guys. Miss you guys. We can live. We both can live. Thumbs up, fist bump. The end.
Awesome, Murph. Thank you so much. You sent a follow-up.
See? I told you guys I fucking suck. I totally forgot it was also Wolfie's birthday. Son of a bitch. So now this is awkward. So hey. Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday.
Thanks, Murph. Murph is a great podcaster as well. He's got a few things going on. The Dead in Decatur Network. Mars, what's the comic show?
Oh fuck!
I know, I forget too. I'm such a dick.
You know what's funny?
So you're gonna check your podcasts?
Yeah, is no one. I really, really enjoy it too because like I don't know a lot about the Spectre, who is the So I'm actually fucking learning a lot.
Hero Unabridged.
Thank you.
Yep.
And it's not always going to be about the Spectre, but considering where he is year and chronologically wise, I don't think I'm going to make it to, whoever's next.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll tell me, so I'll at least know. The suspense is killing me. Yeah, and I think that maybe not on this show, but maybe a preview on this show. I think you'll be I do a lot of podcasts, not even counting the one that I've recorded probably 22 episodes of that probably nobody will ever hear. But because my old host made me feel so bad that it made me feel like I can't do shows. And Wolfie too. But I think me and the Murph have something brewing that I think everybody at this table is going to like.
Coffee, so I can put in my Boba Fett mug?
Ooh.
That's Raven Shed.
Yeah,
Boba Fett.
I'm not putting coffee in that. Coffee bourbon.
So everyone go check out Hero Unabridged. And thank you, Murph.
I always forget the name. I was trying to recommend that show to the dudes at my funny book store the other day, and I fucking balked on the name too. I don't know why. It's such a concise name, and it says it's, and I forget it all the time.
Patsy says, in quotations, MZ, hurry up and get home and not have birthday sex.
You know, I was just thinking of it. Patsy should have showed up and done his show. He would sound sexy like Jeremy sounds all the time.
Yeah.
It's that raspy, sexy voice.
Ooh, yeah.
Dane Under says, if a grizzly could talk, it would sound like J-Mac.
There you go. That dude has a fucking good voice.
Yeah, he does.
For
For sure, absolutely.
Great guy. But
Yeah,
also
hell of a
great
dude,
voice.
yeah.
If you want to hear more of J-Mac, other than the awesome shows that we mentioned before, by the way, I meant to mention this. Check out the Cult of Muscle that just dropped. He was on. He was really, really good. Good appearance.
I downloaded it. I haven't had a chance to listen, but I'm looking forward to it.
CDR made me spit on a project that I had worked on for a long time, and I had to now have to reprint it and put it all back together again and paste it and everything else that I'm doing. Yeah, I said paste it because our PowerPoint style presentations aren't on PowerPoint. They're still on white boards.
All right, we got a few more voicemails. Let's hear from Patsy the Angry Nerd.
Hey guys, it's Patsy the Angry Nerd with no voice, which is great. My wife loves that, but it's not so awesome when you're trying to leave a voicemail or do a podcast. So I'm just going to make this real quick. Wolfie, happy birthday. MZ, happy birthday to you as well. And I'm sorry you have to have the birthday sex by yourself. Have a good night, boys.
And for fans of Throwdown Thursday, if you're not a fan of Patsy, you're going to enjoy these next couple episodes coming up because they're sans Patsy. It's just Agent Nicole and Ashes.
Want to hear a heartbreaker?
What?
It's actually a double heartbreaker.
Yep, let's hear it.
I was almost brought in as a last-minute replacement for this week's Throwdown Thursday shows.
Yeah.
But I had games, right?
Yeah.
Then games got canceled.
Aw.
And I texted Ashes, but I did my finishing move. So 10 o'clock came, and I'm like, well, I guess they didn't want me.
Yep.
But as it turns out, I just never sent the text.
They did a really good job, actually. Like,
Of course they did. They're the best parts of the show.
Not that I'm surprised, but they were really good. So
Can't wait. I am excited to hear...
the new one just hit the feed, just literally, like, as we're recording this,
Yeah.
just hit the feed.
I'm
so.
excited to hear the answer to one of the questions I asked. So.
Yeah. All right, we got a few more voicemail, and let's hear from our buddy from the Punch Farm podcast, Mark Sheets.
Hey guys, it's Mark from Punch Farm. I'm here with
Alicia
and Nash, and we have a message for Johnny Wolfenstein and for Monster Zero. Happy birthday, guys!
Happy birthday!
I hope you have a kick-ass day. Do something fun. Go have some sex. I don't know. Just live in the moment, and keep on punching.
Fucking love those people.
Well, thank you so much, guys. That was awesome. Everyone go check out Paranormal Punchers and also Punch Farm.
I'm gonna make right now history. Paranormal Punchers is the official paranormal show of that the Deadites and Twilight Society support because we don't do one ourselves.
That's true. We don't. We were on one. Do you remember that? In California, we did maybe we'll release that sometime. I have the audio of that. I don't know if that was good or not. I don't remember.
We still gotta announce the one. We have to release the one that I ended up almost getting arrested for afterwards, where we took over that radio station like airheads.
Oh yeah. All right, so this one is a bit long. He said that we don't have to play the whole thing, but I think we can probably squeeze it in, especially because it's from our buddy from Finland, Vesa.
Hello guys, it's Vesa, and I'm here to wish Monster Zero and Johnny Wolfenstein a very happy birthday. I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you got some cool, awesome stuff. And if you did, please let us know what did you get. And I did actually have a question for all of you guys. I've always been wondering about where do your nicknames come from. I think I have a clue that Dynamo's name comes partly from Running Man and the Madman Mars characters, but you are welcome to expand on that if you wish. And I think maybe Johnny Wolfenstein's name is reference to the old classic 3D PC game. But yeah, educate me on your nickname behind the scenes stuff. That would be cool to hear. And you are welcome to post the feedback here because I have some other stuff to go through.
All right, so let's go ahead and pause it right there. Well, my mom named me. That's
right.
Well, so it's the Wolfenstein is a moniker that I've had for a long time, and it just was sort of a off the cuff sort of thing. And also, I am a fan of the Wolfenstein game, so I'm sure there was some influence there. It was one of those sort of not intentional things, but I'm sure that had something to do with it. So, Dynamo Mars was named in the year 1742.
Yep. I'll tell you what, I anybody that's been to one of those 90-minute Deadites shows can say that I definitely fucking earned that name. But I originally got it because I write very poorly. And I was making a mixtape for a lady that featured a song about blowjobs on it to show you how fucking classy I am. And my dear, dear friend Tiny White looked over my shoulder in the small apartment we were squatting in at the time and said, "Who's Dynamo Habib?" And I looked at the song that it clearly said Dynamo Hum. But as opposed to arguing with him, I said, "Me. I'm Dynamo Habib." And as far as where Mars comes from, I don't know if here's my
Good idea.
yeah, but if you can clear up the no one believes me. But
I'm gonna hold this up.
But that's my real live last name. And for a while I was Dynamo. Habib, and then I met a old-time club owner.
Oh, you found that, by the way. You thought you lost it.
I did find it.
Okay, good.
It was because I was making I purchased something and pulled everything out of my wallet. I don't remember what it was. You'll know, though, because it comes back to here. But I met an old-time club owner, and he knew my pop, who was a popular musician of his own in his day. My dad was renowned for leaving bands right before they would get signed and be kind of famous. And he said, first of all, he basically put over the fact that I was, to put it in comic terms, a legacy hero. And then said, wait a minute, your real name is Mars and you have a fake last name, stage name? And I was like, yep. So I showed up to wrestle that next week as Dynamo Mars. So that's my name.
Raven Shadow?
Dynamo, you want to help out on this one?
You guys ever see Remington Steel?
Yeah.
That's what Raven Shadow was.
That's all we need to say. All right, let's get back to Vesta's message here.
At one point, a club owner said to me after we played in Rhode Island that Michael Raven Shadow is much more concise in email.
We'll leave you guys to figure out why.
Okay, I want to talk to you guys about a few films that you have talked about on your show back in the day, but I haven't got to them until recently myself. And the first one I would like to talk about is the Neon Demon. I saw that a few weeks back, and I must say that I really loved that film.
Nice.
The visuals were really cool, and the soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think it was the kind of mysterious film that constantly keeps you wondering what is going to happen next. And I definitely love that type of films. Like David Lynch is one of my favorite directors of all time. And
yeah, I see the Lynch in there. I don't know if we brought it up at the time.
Nicholas Winding Refn's films before, except for Valhalla Rising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. That's what
ago.
I bought.
And I saw it under really horrible circumstances, because I was visiting this friend, and there was a group of us, and we just wanted to watch a fun film. So that is definitely the kind of film that is not suitable to that kind of situation at all. So I didn't like that film at all. But I'm going to give it another chance sometime soon, because I actually ordered from Germany the media book edition of that film, because it was like €6 or something like that. And I also ordered with it the Neon Demon digibook, and that was almost like €30. But I know that I love that film, and it also comes with the soundtrack. So
nice.
I think it's a decent value package.
Yeah, I'd say.
But yeah, I know I should see Drive someday. That was the rave a few years ago, but I still haven't got it. But yeah, that's about that. Then I saw Kurando Mitsutake's Karate Kill, which I also got as a really cool media book from Germany. From Germany. What the fuck is that? German. I'm feeling like a Raven Shadow right now. Yeah.
What do you say?
I was really looking forward to seeing that film.
Oh, that was perfect.
Because I really loved Gunwoman, and you guys loved Karate Kill in your little discussion about the film. And I actually wanted to also ask you guys, have you ever talked in any episode more in depth about the film? Because the one you did before was from when the film was very new and you really didn't get much into at all about details of the film. It was kind of vague discussion. So have you guys talked about it more in some other episode, or is it that still in the future perhaps?
Just to pause real quick, we did just a preview of it, and it is going to be hitting DVD and Blu-ray in July. So I have a feeling we'll have a more in-depth discussion, whether it's with Corando himself or whether we review it. I don't know, but we'll definitely give some more attention to Karate Kill because it certainly deserves it.
I would like to hear you guys in-depth review of that film. But yeah, about my thoughts of the film, I must say that I didn't like it as much as I had thought I would and hoped I would, which is kind of embarrassing to say because I know you guys love it, and Kurando is an awesome guy. He's one of the nicest people out there, and we are friends on Facebook and everything. But I just must say that I didn't enjoy it as much as Gunwoman, and I did have a pretty good time with the film, but maybe I wasn't in the right mood for an action film because I was really tired, and when I'm tired then action type of films tend to kind of zone me out. So maybe I will have to give it another chance, and well, I know I will because I bought it and I definitely do want to watch it again. But yeah, just wasn't completely feeling it when I watched it that time. I don't know, I do get that way when I'm tired usually. Then usually I tend to watch more drama type of stuff when I'm tired. I don't know if that's weird or something, but it tends to keep me more aware of things what are going on. But yeah, I did have a good time with it also. Asami was great, like she was in Gunwoman, and yeah, I really do want to check all of other Kurando Mitsutake's films as well, because I think he is really the type of director that is cool to have around these days. I mean, it's cool to see these smaller films, grindhousey type films. You don't see that kind of true grindhouseness much these days, I think. And one thing that really bothered me about the film was that there was CGI blood, which kind of made the film suffer in the grindhouse type of way. I mean, it kind of took the feeling away from it. I mean, like in the Expendables film, I kept wondering that why did they use CGI blood? They had big budgets and everything. Then why did they settle with CGI blood? I mean, that is just something that always really bothers me in films.
One thing I will say about that real quick is I think sometimes it's a stylistic choice. Like, for instance, Dynamo wasn't one of your favorite films Versus. Didn't that have a lot of CGI blood, or am I misremembering?
I don't think that was even a thing.
When that okay,
then.
I might be,
but I haven't. I've seen it sooner than not as far back that I shouldn't fucking remember, but definitely I don't remember.
Okay, but there are some, and I think sometimes when it's gonna like when it's supposed to feel like a live action comic style, like I think it's warranted. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly, but I think it does have merit in some situations. So
there's like it's just gonna fit against the palette. That's the problem. Like
yeah, and just to say, obviously, I know you're a fan of Kurando as a person, but you know, I think it's pretty brave to be honest. And if if you weren't feeling it, you weren't feeling it. And I also feel that what you were saying about being in the right mood, I think does have a lot to do with it. If you're tired, you're watching an action movie, may not be the best thing. Obviously, you bought it, so you're going to watch it again. Hopefully, you have a different experience. Hopefully, you like it a little bit better. Let's continue on with Vesa.
Yeah, I will definitely give it another go one of these days when I'm in a more action film type of mood. And then I want to quickly also mention about The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I just recently watched that as well. My fiancée was really afraid during the entirety of the film, and even at one point of it she wanted to stop watching it because she was just freaking out, but I kept pushing her on, and it wasn't so horrible in the end, I think. But yeah, I did find it pretty suspenseful for myself as well, but I'm pretty hardened horror fan, and I don't scare very easily. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say about the film. I just thought it was very enjoyable and well done film, and I didn't realize that it was by the same director as Astral Hunter, which I absolutely love, and I do hope that he makes another film sometime soon. Then the last film I'll talk about is the new Mummy movie. I went to see that with my fiancée as well to the cinema, and that film has been getting like overburdening or overflowing hate everywhere on the internet, and so I didn't have very high expectations for that film, but I still really wanted to see it. And I must say that even though I do perfectly understand all the critique that the film gets, like it's an action film and the comedy is pretty bad and it's more Tom Cruise film than a mummy movie, yeah, those are all true pretty much, I guess, but I think people make a bigger deal out of it than it actually is, because I think as a whole I thought it was a pretty enjoyable film. Definitely not a great film, but I didn't suffer watching that film. I enjoyed myself, and I do agree that the comedy in the film is really bad, and I do also wish that it was more of a horror film than action film, but that's what we got this time, and I do hope then the Dark Universe doesn't die here, but that they would learn from their mistakes and make the next films a lot more horror and less of an action comedy. But yeah, that is all for now, guys. Thanks for listening to my ramblings, and see you next time. Bye.
Awesome, Vesa. Thank you, man. Love hearing your thoughts on the films, and glad you got a chance to check out a bunch of them.
I would like, as not a main review, but I would really like to have us talk about The Mummy when that comes out on video. Because it's getting a fucking, like, our fib is really fucking kicking up a fucking lot of...
I still might see it in the theater. I if I can... obviously, we have a lot coming up the next few weekends, so I don't know.
Well, I would love to see it in the theater, but I know that even if you do, you'd be alone. Like, only me and you would ever go to the movies.
Mm-hmm. All right, we did have a quick follow-up from Vesa, so let's go ahead and play that.
Oh, I had a little bit more to say about The Mummy. Okay. Right after we saw the film in the cinema, we went home to rewatch the 1999 Brendan Fraser version, and even though the new film gets a lot of flack for being too comedic and too much action. I think the Brendan Fraser version is way more like that. I mean, it's like 1,000 times more comedic and more action kind of film than the new Mummy film. And I actually prefer the new Mummy to this one because I think the Brendan Fraser version is just too silly and too like family friendly and childish and just not really my kind of film, at least at this point in my life. And well, so that is actually what the new Mummy has going for it for me. I prefer it to the Brendan Fraser version. So yeah, that's it. Bye.
All right. Well, thanks, Vesa. Thanks for calling in, and it's always good to hear from you, my friend. And Cecil says, great idea, Mars. Of course, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the Mummy.
Thank you.
And Cecil says, yep, totally agree, Vesa. Awesome. So I think we just have 2 more voicemails. There's one I almost forgot about.
I like that Brendan Fraser movie, but I like that sort of stuff.
I haven't seen it since the theater. Like, honestly, I saw it right when it came out because I worked at the theater as a projectionist, and I haven't seen it since. So, all right. Well, we got 2 more here. This is from our podcasting brother, one of the 5 Housemen.
Trick or Treat Radio. This is El Goro, just sending in a brief voicemail to wish a very happy birthday to one of the best men I've ever known, the man with the golden voice, the man charged with the Sisyphean task of keeping everybody on topic and moving in the right direction, and my fellow Hossman, Johnny Wolfenstein. Happy birthday, brother. And I guess I'll throw in a happy birthday for my nemesis in the East, MZ. Happy birthday to you both, you old bastards, you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, El Goro, you fucking young little whippersnapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Thanks, buddy. Everyone go check out Talk Without Rhythm, of course, because he's our boy. All right, final voicemail. I think this is it. We had a lot tonight, so I want to thank everyone for taking the time. This is someone we're going to see in a couple weeks here, Mars.
Very, very happy birthday to Jesse and MZ. Oh. This is Kurandamitstak, eh?
Yeah.
I just wanted to wish you guys a great show and happy birthdays. So this was a little shout out from California. I'll catch you guys later. Thanks. Bye.
Fucking awesome.
I'm so fucking jealous.
We get birthday greetings from Corando.
If you guys are chilling and killing time or something, if you want to have Corando, give me a call and just talk to him for a little bit. That'd be cool.
Well, Raven Shadow, it just so happens that on December 27th, it is a Wednesday. That is your birthday.
Oh, it is.
It's so fucking weird that every one of our birthdays fell on a Wednesday and Thursday, I guess, technically mine, at midnight. But it's just kind of funny how that all worked out. So
it's a magical year.
So that's right. So we will celebrate yours at the end of the year.
Nice. Thank you.
So everyone mark the date down. Hold the date. December 27th.
Yes.
All right. And I think that's going to do it. We had a long show, longer than we have in the last few weeks. But it's because of you guys.
Thank you.
Because you guys contributed and you fucking came in force, and it's awesome.
Hey, Wolfie. It's your birthday. You're in charge of the stars. And I'm here to say.
I used to have, it was like Captain
Zoom.
My
name's Zoom, and I live. My buddy Steve Whitman went back every single day for it to say, the first day we went, it was, hey, Michael, it's your birthday.
Yeah.
And we went every single, we found out the day that they changed it, and he went to Toys R Us every single day for it to say Steven. And one day he went back and said Michael again, and he kicked the fucking display right off the thing.
Oh, man. Julie Meow Meow says heading to bed, going to Tennessee tomorrow on vacation to sit in the woods and drink moonshine.
Well,
check for ticks.
Read about Justice League.
That's fucking awesome.
Know what the best part about this is? You can make fun of the fact that a lady folk likes something that I like.
We like.
But all that it means is that if I ever write a comic, somebody will buy it.
Somebody will buy it?
Yeah, because otherwise there's no other than me and Raven Shadow, there's no guarantee there's a Blue Beetle book going to sell. So I fucking canceled that new Blue Beetle book. It just keeps coming.
It just stop putting that book out.
Yeah.
All right, we also got some other presents. We'll do this before we end. So next week, you guys are going to want to tune in. We're going to have on the show, we're going to have Fred from Mixtape Massacre, one of the lead designer of Mixtape Massacre.
When's that?
Next week.
Oh, we had Jakey and Fred?
Well, Fred's is gonna do an interview, not review.
Well, we can have them both.
So Fred is going to join us because they are launching their Kickstarter.
Can't wait.
For their expansion pack for Mixtape Massacre. And I'm just holding up the screen right now. Fred had sent along a couple buttons for us, which is super nice. And he also sent a copy of Mixtape Massacre, which we're going to give away to one lucky winner. We're still figuring out the contest, but we're going to have a giveaway.
Why don't we keep it?
Because he gave it to us for our listeners.
Yeah,
Buy
but-
your own fucking copy. I did.
Oh, so we can still play?
I have it.
All right. What are you doing? What are you doing over the weekend?
Which one do you guys want? You guys can pick one. There's two of each, so just pick whatever one you want.
I want the one in your right hand.
They're both in my right hand.
Well, exactly.
The white one or the...
I'll take that one.
Oh, I like the white one.
All right. So cool. So I get my pick. So thank you to Fred for sending that stuff along.
That's cool, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys want to tune in next week, definitely do, because we're going to have Fred and we're going to have Jakey Poo. We're going to talk about the Belko experiment. And we're also going to tell you how you can win a copy of Mixtape Massacre. We're not doing it next week. We'll tell you how, but I think we'll probably do it over the course of a few weeks. They're going to be launching their Kickstarter, which is awesome, for the expansion pack. And I think that's going to do it. We had a lot going on tonight.
A lot of nothing.
A lot of voicemail, really. Awesome.
Oh, you deserve it.
Yes. Happy birthday, John.
Well, not as much as you. People love you, Mars.
Oh, it's not my birthday.
No, I know, but on your birthday, we had more voicemail. He's like, so, yeah, people like me. It's all right. That's what I'm saying. People like you, man.
No one really likes me. You guarantee, like, the political climate of the entertainment world, everyone's going to, by the time, like, no one's even going to come to Rock and Truck.
That's why June 23rd is so important at the
Yeah.
Cove Music Hall, because to ensure that Dynamo gets to Rock and Shock, it's the Bonanza Extravaganza.
Oh, man, that's a busy weekend for us, Raven Shadow.
I know. I've seen the
You
calendar.
and I are going to be at the comic convention, not together, but
No.
we'll be there at the same time.
What is comic convention?
Massive Comic-Con.
Oh, it's in Worcester, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're going to be in a movie this Saturday, too. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
He called me back. I was so good last time.
Oh, really? We all going?
Raven Shadow and I are going to be in a Brian Paulin film, and Mars is already in it. And he's going to come along and be in it again. So we're going to do that on Saturday. So hopefully we'll have some stories about that. Obviously, we can't tell too much until the film's out, but that'll mean everyone from Trick or Treat Radio will be in the movie.
Nice.
Nice, the first Trick or Treat Radio movie.
That with 3/4 of us were in the Blinkhorn one.
That's
And
true,
Mars was there in spirit.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, that's going to do it. So, Raven Shadow, say goodbye.
Live fast, love hard, die with your mask on.
All right, Mars man.
Happy birthday, little brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Wherever you go, there you are.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for the celebratory show.
Celebratory bliss.
Yes, Celebratory Bliss, episode 255, Trick or Treat Radio. We had a great turnout in the chat room, hanging out, just watching on YouTube. We had a bunch of people, so thank you guys. We appreciate you hanging out for the live show. It means a lot to us, spending your Wednesdays with us. And also to everybody who took the time to send in a voicemail. Fucking awesome. We love it. We love you guys and everyone was in the chat room and everyone that's going to listen to the podcast. We appreciate it. And we love you guys. If you have not given us a 5-star review, please do so. We've been stagnating. I'd love to get a few more of those. Go to iTunes, Stitcher, and give us a review. And that's going to do it. So we will see you guys next week for episode 256. We'll be joined by Jakey and Fred from Mixtape Massacre. See ya.